Hello! Hello, everybody! Hello, hello, hello! How do I already have 3 notifications? Hi! I did try it once and I heard, what are you talking about? Time for some more Bananza made horrors of beyond our comprehension? It sure is time for that! Hi, Shoal. Wow, this is a very poor early crew. First off, Ame is first today. That's new. And then we have Ame, Game Master, and McButts the Crime Dog, and Tech Absol. There we go. There we go. Perfect. There's still, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still one more spot. There's still one more spot. There's plenty of room. Nope. No, I haven't been first in forever, so I was surprised. Me too. Me too. Look, I just need this for support. There we go. Hold on, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Some things are actually working better than I intended them to, and it's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on today. Like, I already had Camera Hub open, so I was able to hook up my camera, come back here on the couch, and then just press a button on my Steam Deck, and it actually switched the cameras properly today. I don't do that because I usually just go over to my PC to make sure it actually connected. And hey, it did it. It did it. Things working. I mean, I don't know. We'll find out because, I mean, I know that the camera was having issues Tuesday when we were streaming. I know that there were issues there. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna keep a positive mind about it. And then, you know, let's talk. Let's chat. What's going on with y'all? What are y'all up to? What are you doing? I have been dying slowly, trying to get this VOD channel up and running. I'm glad your streams exist. Me too. I don't know if they're good for my mental health half the time. The other half the time, they're pretty good. So, I don't know. Basically, so what I've done over the last 2 days is that I've finally carbon dated all of the streams that I do have. So, I do not have every single stream since 2021, since December of 2021. Because I wasn't sure. I mean, realistically, I should have and could have done this. I could have just downloaded everything onto my external hard drive and just kept everything there. It's a little unfortunate that I did not do that. But I was originally just trying to export everything from Twitch over to YouTube. The rest of my sewer stuff got done today, and I also set up fiber at my new house. Oh shit! Fiber internet? You got good internet? You got that good? Anxiety mostly through the roof on the trip next week, but I'm doing what I can. I started Breath of the Wild again. Okay. Is this your second time playing through the Breath of the Wild? And like, where's the anxiety? Cheaper than Xfinity. Damn. So you got good internet at good price. That's good. I'm glad you have more than Xfinity. It's good to have choices. So yeah, I've just been like, the streams that I do have are basically collections of specific game playthroughs that we've done. So I have, I basically have the Super Metroid playthrough that Filthy Pizza did years ago. I have the Horizon Forbidden West first look, because I wanted to do a first look series. We only did like a couple more of those, and I don't think I guarantee I do not have those. I think I beat Breath of the Wild 5 times last year. I just needed something filler after Xenoblade. So is Breath of the Wild like a comfort game then? Because I just went through like, I'm playing through Mega Man Zero again. Which is the first time I've done it in years. But I kind of was just like, it's really funny how the muscle memory comes back even if you haven't played a game in like forever. I still never finished Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild I definitely finished. To a degree, I know it well enough at this point. I just don't think I could ever go through Breath of the Wild ever again. It's just, there's so much to do, and I just don't have... For a game that long, I should just play another game. Like, my backlog is big enough. Funny coincidence, I just started up a Breath of the Wild playthrough, and I'm now replaying Tears of the Kingdom. I need to finish Tears of the Kingdom someday. Regenesis is further in it than me at this point. I got so burnt out on Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if it's a game I'll ever finish. I don't think I enjoy the current Zelda game's gameplay loop. Like, I just don't really enjoy either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. And I feel like I beat Breath of the Wild just because, like, there was nothing else at the time. It was Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart. And I was unemployed. So I had nothing to do for a couple of months, and I beat Breath of the Wild in that time. And still waiting for Monolith Soft to make the Switch 2 patches for Xenoblade. That'll be interesting. Did they say they were going to do that? Absolutely valid. The older Zelda game just has a certain thing to it. The older Zelda games also, their gameplay loops are just different. It's very, like, you're on rails, so to speak. Like, you just have a thing to do. You just have tasks, and you just keep doing those tasks. And it's very self-contained. If they ever do, like, side quests, they're very contained. I just didn't really enjoy the amount of side quests that just kind of amounted to somebody being like, well, I think I found it over by this place that looks like this, and you're just kind of like, all right, I'm here, but I'm constantly distracted by everything that's around that area, and I never find that thing. So, like, I have side quests that are just never done because I get distracted while trying to look for it, and I'm just kind of like, I can't do this anymore. No, but I want it. Well, I hope to. I mean, shouldn't 2 just play better, like, a little bit? I heard it does play better on Switch 2, regardless of any patches. I was taking Breath of the Wild kind of slow because it was a lot. I understand wanting to make a large open world, but Zelda was just a charm that could be enjoyed without a bunch of side quests. Yeah, I mean, there are some Zelda games I'll never play again, ever. And Link's Awakening remake on the Switch is one of them. I'll never play that one again. I'll play Link's Awakening DX before I ever play the remake. It does, but the games are limited in resolution. Yeah, okay, I get that. 720p docked is kind of unfortunate, though. I will say, as frustrating as the Zelda Notes feature can be to use, it can be nice to keep track of stuff. I think that will ultimately help me in the long run, because I've already upgraded, so I could just load up the Nintendo Switch 2 version and just play it with Zelda Notes, but I have so many other games to play, and every time I think of Tears of the Kingdom, I'm just like, ugh. I never played a lot of the older Zelda. My first Legend of Zelda was Ocarina of Time. Yeah, and Ocarina of Time is very contained. There are, like, side quests in Ocarina of Time, but they're very few. And everything is kind of like... It really is just a 3D version of A Link to the Past in terms of the same kind of gameplay loop. On my way to the first Divine Beast, I took the other way and rolled with it. That's fair. Just be careful because it basically spoils the location of everything. Literally everything. And kind of I need that at this rate, because just tell me where to go. I even have the strategy guide. I should just whip that out instead, but still, it's like, I don't know. I'm at a point now where I want to finish it just to claim that I finished it, but now it's just a homework assignment. I wish the best replaying Dragon Quest VII next year. It's a long-ass game. Man, I don't know how I'm going to do... That's the other thing. I think the reimagining of Dragon Quest VII is going to shorten it. Because the fact that it's called a reimagining and not a remake, I think is intentional. And I think it was intentional given the last time they called something a remake for a game that was built from the ground up. A lot of people got mad that it was reimagined. So I think Dragon Quest VII's title is intentional. I think there are going to be some moderate to massive changes in the way that Dragon Quest VII is going to be played. So that, like, if you have the 3DS version, or somehow you have the PS1 version, you have that experience, and then the 3DS version is just a more streamlined version of that, of the PS1 version. And I think the Switch, this reimagining is probably going to change things, and in my opinion, it'll probably make it shorter. It'll probably change a lot in order to make it more accessible, or approachable, rather. 3DS version cut the opening to like 1 hour instead of 3. Yeah. I'm interested to see how they change it and whatnot. I mean, me too, but the problem is, like, I don't remember everything. And I haven't played through and finished Dragon Quest 7. It's one of the ones I haven't finished. Like, I've beat 1, 2, 3 now, thanks to HD2D. I beat 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 5. I haven't beaten 6 or 7. And then I've beaten 8, 9, and 11. So I don't count 10 because it's the MMO. And as far as I know, we're never getting the offline version, so we'll see. Playing it regardless, I need something happy for 2026. Me too. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it. I just haven't played the original, so, like, I would appreciate it more if I did. 11 months on? Thank you. Hi, how's it going? That is a lot of coffee. Almost a whole year. 2 is the only mainline DQ I ever beat. I might go back to the old save file one day. Honestly, if you play the HD2D remakes, they are... I mean, I have not played 1 and 2 yet, which I think it comes out next month. But, knowing what I know of 3, and knowing what I know that they did, they make the story more cohesive with 1 and 2. But ultimately, like, you can pretty much play 3 and you get the same experience. I never finished 7 either because I just couldn't get through it, so I'm interested in playing Reimagine. Yeah, Onk split his thumbnail at fencing tonight. Oh, damn, that hurts. I kind of did the same thing with my pointer finger during the UK trip, and only now is it, like, kind of okay. It's better now. But it took like 2 weeks. So I wish you well for speedy recovery. How was fencing otherwise? Started playing HD3, but then I just couldn't continue because not wanting to play games became a thing. Hopefully I can pick it up soon. Yeah, I feel sorry for that. Like, it sucks when you just don't have, like, that motivation to do some kind of... Do you at least enjoy, like, something else? Like, it's not some... You're just choosing not to play video games, but you are finding something else you're enjoying? Because that's important. Fencing was fun and exhausting. I feel bad because I wanted to go to the gym today. Like, I need to go back and do something. But my stomach has been hating me the last couple of days. And I kind of get it. Like, I've gone back to very processed foods for lunch. So I need to figure that out with my life. Hey, I like how it just takes me 2 subs to get a hype train. Sarah Susie Cake with the 9 months. DK Donkey Kong. Does that fill up our early crew? Circle Now Squared, I believe it does. If you didn't get early crew, it's done. But thank you for the 9 months. Somebody should give Tech Absol a sub too. Let's just get everyone a sub here. So everyone gets a sub, and then we don't have to worry about people seeing shitty ads for break. They get to see old shitty ads during the break. Speaking of, I still haven't done that part yet because I've been so locked in with this VODs channel. I was in the... Oh, thank you for the... Yeah, thank you for gifting the sub to Tech. Everyone gets a sub? Yeah, give Shoal a sub. Somebody give Shoal a sub. My stomach killed me today. The past week has been too much fast food and DoorDash. I get that. I get that in my soul. But, like, I'm really, really bad about lunches because Could I? Caboose with the gift sub. Hell yeah. Now we got a hype train. We got... Apparently, there's new hype train emotes. I saw that in the news. Thank you so much for that gift sub, Caboose. Now we're at a level 2 hype train. Don't tell my wife until we're at least level 3. And then you can tell her. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Same, and then when I go to the office. I mean, I work from home, so like I could find things to eat at home, but so like Regenesis, she makes sandwiches and she buys deli meat and she does that. You know, she's okay with that. After 2 days of eating a homemade sandwich, I'm done. Like, it makes me want to vomit. Like, I just don't want to eat it anymore. It does not matter how good it is. And I don't know why. I do not know why that is. But like, I can't get myself to eat it after 2 days. Luckily, I'm going to be pulling out all the frozen leftovers over the weekend while I pull together a grocery restock list. Also, don't tell Pizza I'm playing Silk Song. Is Pizza here? Do you think he's here? Secret safe with me. Because it's just all over this place. So are you platinuming Silk Song? Is that going to be your new thing? Are you a Hollow Knight player now? I don't know, just don't tell him. Yeah, I really want to finish off. So like basically I'm hoping that by next week, because I have a limitation to how many videos I can upload a day on this new VOD channel, I can only do 6. So I have like over 100. I think I have about 100 videos just sitting on my external hard drive of all the almost all the collabs, almost all the Couching with the Boys, not even nearly almost all, like a good chunk of Couching with the Boys, and then like a lot of stuff from like 2022, 2023, some stuff from 2024. A lot of stuff from 2025 is missing because of Twitch being really stupid and basically I could not make the highlights in order to export them without getting rid of more highlights. So we lost a lot of Chrono Trigger because of that. We lost a lot of like Daxter, some of Jack 2, whatever else was going, Spyro 2, I guess. I think RZ's completely gone, lost the time. So there's a lot of lost Laughingboy media. Why the limit? Unverified new account? Basically. And I'm not giving them my driver's license. Like, in order to verify, I have to send them my driver's license or some other form of verification. I've been playing Switch 1 for the first time since June, since I'm flying to Scotland and didn't... You're going to Scotland? Hell yeah. Scotland's so good. I had such a great... I'm actually getting, like, post-stream sadness. Post-vacation depression. Because I just want to go back so badly. That some of the side project 100 hours is nothing. Yeah. And I have side projects that I've been putting off. Yeah. And I experienced virtual game card loading nonsense. I actually, and thank you, Tech, for gifting that sub to XBS. Hell yeah. Everyone's gonna have a sub by the end of the day. Let's hope we don't get raided. Actually, I do hope I get raided because I desperately need more followers. We don't have to worry about subs if we get raided, but I need followers. We still got to hit that 20. We've only had 1 follower, I think, since the beginning of the month. I definitely when I was in Germany for 4 months and then came back. Man, I wish I was in the UK for 4 months. Nah, that's not true. We were very sad about not seeing the pups after like barely even a week. We were getting pretty sad. So YouTube's silly for that verification. Yeah, I did not want to do it. Outside of just using the channel for like a month, it won't verify. So I have to upload videos for a month. I have to present videos because that channel's like 5 months old, 4 months old. So it's been around for a while, but I think you have to actually publish videos. 5 seconds. That's all right. Level 2 is fine. I didn't study abroad. I did study abroad and didn't have the pups back then. Yeah, that's fair. Actually, are these new emotes? Yeah, these are new emotes. All right. All right, next time we got a hype train. Tell my wife, because these are new. Thank you for the 5 subs, guys. I appreciate that. I'm only going for 4 days. Should be nice though. We'll see my nephew's school for the first time. Oh, neat. That'll be cool. Yeah, just like, I'm like not dying to go back, but I keep like seeing pictures and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, man, I'm sad. I'm back home. I can't walk. Like, part of what helped me like lose weight was just walking and getting like 10 to 20,000 steps per day for 2 weeks. Something like that. And I'm just kind of like, can't walk anywhere. There's no point. It would take me like an hour to walk to my Starbucks that takes me 5 seconds to drive to. Our cats were the same way when we were gone for our wedding last year. We missed the kitties, and the kitties missed us. Claire kept checking in on us. Dude, Bandit would not let himself fall asleep the first night we came back. He did not want to fall asleep. That was the same thing when I went to Italy. You could just walk everywhere. I want to be able to do something like that without living in a huge city. I desperately want that. Maybe I'll just go to DC more. Maybe I'll take up hiking. But I need to do something to like stay in shape. Because I will not stop my eating habits. That's just not how America's built. It's not. Don't go into DC. Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's bad right now. Yeah, we're not going into DC. Just trying to be like, is there any place where I can go? Really isn't. That's kind of what I'm getting in the way. I got a house where I can walk more, ride the bus, ride a bike, or choose to drive. That'll be good. That'll be really, really good. It's good for like your mental health too. Just getting out, just doing some kind of walk. Like I can, even if I walk the dogs, I might get a mile in just doing a walk, but it's not the same. Time to re-download Pokemon Go. My wife never uninstalled it. She still has it. America needs more trains. Yeah, probably. Taking the train was nice, because we have an accessible train station, and we can just go up and down the East Coast. Well, somewhat down. You can go up the East Coast. You go to Penn. Anyway, so my goal for the next 2 weeks is, like, I'm just gonna upload 6 videos a day, whether I export it from Twitch to YouTube or I upload it straight from my external hard drive. So you're seeing a lot of stuff from 2022. I'm just gonna go in chronological order. Originally, I was gonna base it off of like a game clear. So I was just gonna be like, here's Super Mario Wonder, here's Resident Evil 4 Remake, here's Splatoon. But then I decided I wanted to store everything in playlists that are based by month and year. So there's just going to be like a December 2022 playlist, a January 2023 playlist, and so on. I like that. I saw Jiggy do that on his VOD channel, so I copied that. And I think it's a good idea to just kind of see the evolution of the streams as you go from start to finish. But that means that now you're going to see like a lot of really old streams. I kind of hope you do. I hope you go to the VOD channel. I hope you go to the VOD channel. And subscribe over there. We need more subs. Those are free. You don't have to pay for that. And then, take a look at the streams. Let me know what you think of 2022 Laughingboy and Caboose and Filthy Pizza. Before I did not have, there was no love seat back then. There was barely a couch with the boys. We did we used to do the Saturday streams on Friday, and we didn't have a name for it. Number everything. That's what I've been doing. So on my hard drive, I have labeled everything as single string, year, month, day, underscore, the type of show it was, underscore the games. And that way, when I upload it, I have that date on the title immediately. And so I can just like label everything properly, put it in the proper playlist. And so right now I'm just trying to do that for the videos that I've already uploaded and are just sitting on the VODs channel until they're ready to go. And so now I'm labeling everything. So everything's going to be good. I might even do a thing where when I'm done, I've already completed all of that for the VODs of streams I did back in 2015. So I have very, very old streams that are actually like 10 years old now. Like within the last month, they became 10 years old. So I do want to maybe upload those or publish them. Those will be in one playlist. And that'll probably be when I'm finally caught up. I'll just upload that and as the lost VODs. Because no one's seen them. Game Master hasn't even seen them. Because those were just completely lost to time. Not lost to time. They've literally just been sitting unlisted on my Twitch page. They just, somehow, I kept them the whole time. And I exported them over to YouTube right before the purge. And so like Game Master seen all of Yamo play that, has not seen these videos. So that'll be a treat for all y'all. If we can get everyone subscribed from the Discord, get ready, get to like see all the VODs, because basically I plan to create the highlights. Does that include my 7 playthrough? It doesn't, because that was not us. That was Zelda Universe. So unfortunately those are gone. And I think like the Legend of Dragoon streams are gone too. Those were not Zelda Universe, but those just were gone because that was right before we moved to the new house. So treats just in time for Halloween. I went through 50 to 60% of Yamo. Yeah, there you go. They're all just Splatoon streams because I was basically becoming a Splatoon streamer unknowingly. I just wanted to find a game to play with friends, and that just happened to be the game because it had just come out basically. So we did a lot of Splatoon streams, and I have like 10 of those. I did a stream a ton of Splat 3 then. No, Splat 1. I barely streamed Splat 2, and then I think I have one Splatoon 3 stream. I almost immediately balked at Splatoon 3. That was a waste of money. But yeah, unfortunately the Final Fantasy VII playthrough was Zelda Universe, and that's just gone. Unless Elias somehow has done something with them, which I doubt it. But yeah, so that's my goal right now. And then my other goals are basically like I still need to update bit alerts. I want to give you guys a reason to want to give me bits, I guess, other than because you love me. And so that I want to change that up. So we're not using sound alerts, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you would rather use sound alerts than to use, I think you would rather just give me bits directly and have something like that happen. Thank you for the 120 bits. Than to have to go through sound alerts. Which also, like, I think it's worth it because there's still sound alerts that nobody has even used. I don't even think anyone's used the Sears commercial. That's just sitting there collecting dust. Now I want to take that, move it into regular bits. Pour one out for Clout, Barrel, Tifo, Beefers, Eufus, Sip, Bed13, Vincenzo, and whatever I named Kate Sith. I don't remember what you named Kate Sith. Yeah, I really don't remember. Because I don't remember if that was another one where we only changed like one letter or something like that. So who knows? Damn. It's only 8:30. I feel like I've talked about everything. This is when you send me memes. This is when you can use the mail system. You can type in !mail. You can send me mail. And then I can show you guys on stream. Especially for our new subs, by the way. For our new subs, our couple of new subs that we got this month. Enjoy your emotes. If you're not part of the Discord, you should join that too. even though it is free, doesn't matter. I never use them. That's true. Well, it's just you, so less back and forth sometimes. I'll miss you guys a lot when I go on the trip. I think you should enjoy the trip. Enjoy the trip. Unless there's no reason to enjoy the trip. But enjoy the trip. Try to. I really didn't think I was going to enjoy being in the UK for the first time ever. Leaving the country for the first time ever. But realistically, I was with friends. I was with my wife. You know, I shall try. It's time to close a chapter in my life I blocked off for 5 years. The plot thickens. If you don't want to talk about this, that's a-okay. But whatever it is, try to not enjoy that if you don't have to enjoy that. But if you can find something that you can enjoy outside of it, then try to see if you can do that. Because if you're gonna have to do something you're not looking forward to, at least try to find something to balance that out for your own mental health. First time I left the country was in high school on my mom's birthday, and she wasn't coming with me? Oops! But yeah, I really did not know how much I was going to enjoy the UK trip because I was just so nervous. What was I going to deal with customs? Am I going to deal with am I going to, like being on a plane and sitting down for 8 hours? What's going to be good? What's going to be bad? And I just had no frame of reference. But I was with friends, I was with my wife, we had a really good time. I new things definitely irk me, but I don't know, especially after the first day, it was just so fun and interesting to just kind of see everything that was new. Like that entire 2 weeks was nothing but new experiences. And it was just, it wasn't normal for me. I'll say that. Like, normally I would be so hyper vigilant and I would just be kind of nitpicking everything, and I just didn't. I was more so in awe of everything. So I think that's again why I was just kind of I've been to cons. I've been going on trips for the last couple of years, and I did not have the post-trip depression that I'm clearly having now. You didn't pull an Eisenberg? Maybe I know what that means. Oh, you're talking about Jesse Eisenberg? Yeah. No, I didn't pull a Jesse Eisenberg. For some reason, my brain went to Breaking Bad. That's slightly different. No, I did not pull an Eisenberg. I don't know. It was, walking into the whole scenario, I was probably thinking about it, but I don't know. I just didn't. Letting yourself just experience things is one of the best forms of letting go, which is something I have to remember to do. I think it was just that I was comforted by the people I was with. Not that they were sitting here going they're there. I do think that they knew that I was probably going to have some anxiety around everything. So I think they definitely probably acted in a way that was just more helpful than it could have been. But also, I just I don't know. It just clicked. It just clicked. So it was something where I could just feel okay, I'm okay. Things are gonna be okay. And that doesn't happen, to be honest. And maybe it's just the fact that I've been on so many other trips that I just was yeah, okay. It's whatever. So Yeah, so what else? Jeez. I'm trying to think. School trip. Her pianist from church was so... That made it... What? Sorry, I'm like reading habit. Her pianist from church was so that made it only slightly better. The timing was just a bit rough for the depart date. That makes sense. Yeah, so it was a good time. Pianist was chaperone. Oh, okay. I'm keeping a diary for this trip like I always do. That would be good. I think that's a good idea. Honestly, we don't like put enough stock in having something like that. I skipped a word. Yeah, I got it. It's no worries. We're good. Sorry, my brain farted for a second. I'm like, do I have the updated schedule? I also have like a button here that I have no clue what it is. I'm looking at my stream deck and there's a button on it, and I'm kind of just like, it has the Discord logo on it, but I don't know why. Push it? Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. It is... There are controls for if somebody called me on Discord, I could answer the call. Or I could hop in any of the voice chat rooms, basically. So, there you go. Let's see. Does the schedule actually work? I'm gonna find out. See, nothing exploded. I just expect it to. Yeah, our schedule actually showed up correctly. I don't know what was going on the last couple of streams. Like, I'm looking forward to figuring out what happens when we go to break, because the first time we go to break, something messes up, and like one of the windows doesn't load or something like that. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens when we go to break. But as a reminder of what's happening for the week, obviously tonight we're playing DK Bananza. That is my intent. We're going to be going through the freezer layer, probably, I assume, finishing it. Because it doesn't... A lot of these worlds kind of remind me of Odyssey in a way that they're very just short story snippets. So I'm not expecting too much further in the freezer layer, and then we'll see what happens. Clearly, I have another boss fight to do after that. But I also know that there's like way more worlds that I have, or layers that I have not done. Having seen other people stream this game without getting myself spoiled. Actually, can I talk about that? I was so disappointed. I'm disappointed that this game already has DLC. And I'm also disappointed that this game's DLC is like post-story. I'm assuming, because when that trailer opened up for the DLC in the Nintendo Direct, I was just kind of like, well, fuck. Like, come on. Well, Nintendo had to strike gold after all. They didn't have to give me a trailer. I don't know. Like, it's not that they struck gold. They already had this DLC well, like, done. And I don't think this game's been out for, like, more than a month, and they're already, like, doing DLC. I don't think it spoiled anything. I assume it did, because there was imagery in that opening shot where I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's this. Like, clearly. Oh, don't worry, Pokemon ZA already has DLC and it's not even out. I would have rather had that as the trailer that they wound up not using for DK Bananza. Like, that DLC trailer told me nothing about a game I don't know anything about. So I'm like, why couldn't you have just done that? I don't know. Like, I'm intrigued, clearly. But like, maybe do you guys want me to go to camera 2? I'll just go to the desk. I think we have like another 10 minutes before break. So we can do it. Wait, how much longer do I have before break? Yeah, we have a little bit of time. Anyway, here's what we have DK Bananza tonight. We're gonna start playing that right after the break. Couch with the Boys on Saturday. I'll probably talk more about it, or I'll talk about it again before the end of the stream. But hey, you all are here now. Some of you aren't here at the end of the stream. So we finished Spyro 3 last Saturday. That is done. It's over. It's finally, it can't hurt us anymore. Okay? Tony Hawk's Underground is still happening, so Caboose is still going through that. I am willing to bet that Filthy Pizza will beat Maximo on Saturday, if not get very close to the end. I have a feeling, based on... I knew that wasn't the last world that Pizza was on anyway. I just didn't know that it was going to be a whole world. I thought it would just be like one more boss fight. Pizza's been in secret training for weeks. Yeah, he has. He's good at the game now. But then I'm going to start something new. So back when I did a podcast with Pizza, Caboose, and Dark Pyros, it was literally something to do during COVID because we could not physically see each other. And I just moved into this house, so I was just like, I need to do something. I want to do something. So I made a podcast, as all white people are wont to do. And basically what happened was we started a thing called Gargoyle Watch. And it was just kind of a joke thing where I was like, I'm just going to watch this show. I've been wanting to watch it. It's on Disney+. So every week we'll watch like an episode or two. And then it's supposed to be the gang was supposed to get together and talk about it. But it wound up just being Caboose and myself. So only Caboose and I basically were like, let's just talk about what we watched. But don't worry. Megan Raichu, X and Y debuting in Bananza would have been a wild curveball. Shut up! So for me, it's like, okay. There was a Gargoyles game for Genesis. It got a remaster in like last year, something like that. But at the same time, Limited Run just remade or repackaged the original Genesis version of the game. So I bought that. So I'm going to dust off the Mega SG. We haven't used it in years. And we're going to play some Gargoyles. And that's going to be Gargoyle Watch. We're bringing it back. So that'll be on Saturday. And then Sunday, I had to remind myself of this actually. We're going to be doing our extra stream of the month. You guys earned it from our bits and subs last month. We hit our goal that time. So we're going to be playing. So what episodes are we watching for Saturday? We're watching the game. That's what we're doing. We're bringing it back by playing the game. I rewatched the DLC trailer. I don't think I saw any spoilers, and I don't think I saw anything that made me want to pick up the DLC either. Well, shucks. Why couldn't that have just been in the fucking booster pack? Anyway. And then, like I said, so we're going to be building Legos. Where's the box? Oh, it's like over there. A couple months ago, I built half of the Lego Horizon Adventure set. And held off on the last one, on the last half of it. So we're going to be doing that on Sunday at noon. And we'll probably just go for as long as it takes me to build this set. So it might be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours, probably up to 4 hours. If somehow I don't finish building this in 4 hours, that's a problem. But I'm expecting to finish this in 4 hours or less. So that'll just be our bonus stream. You guys, speaking of, we have unlocked our other bonus stream thanks to everyone's very charitable bits and subs last Saturday. We are now going to do part 2 of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts with Josh Jepson, with me, Filthy Pizza, and Caboose on this couch. Probably not next month. Probably expect it in November. So just want to keep everyone's expectations. We will probably not do it next month. I don't know. I'm planning it out with him technically. And he's been on streaming hiatus as he rebuilt his stream. I saw a picture of it. It's nice. It's very good. They did a very good job rebuilding that room. So I'm looking forward to... Honestly, I'm looking forward to Josh streaming again. I've been watching the 24/7 channel, to help babysit my dogs and me. But man, I miss like chilling out on a Wednesday night or on a Monday, or just be like, oh, Josh is streaming. For the record, I'm enjoying the DLC and think the trailer did a terrible job of selling it. But I like roguelite stuff, so that's probably why. Yeah, maybe. I'll be looking forward to that. Just do it when you can. I'll do whatever I can when I can. That's kind of the whole point of this. But anyway, where we really need to try to figure this part out, because we are 18 days into September. We only have 1 follower this whole month. And granted, we didn't start streaming until last week. So we missed like a whole week of streams anyway. But yeah. We got to get more followers. Let's figure that out. Anyway. I basically look at the draw. If we get rated, or if I'm going to try to do like another collab stream maybe next week or in the next 2 weeks. Try to entice more individuals to check the streams out. And maybe, you know, come back for more streams outside of the collabs. That'll be fun. But yeah, I do have like 5 meme alts, but I'm sure that's not how you want followers. It's true. It's technically not. I know Minish Bot now follows the channel, but I would prefer followers that then come back and actually watch the streams. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Lep all day. I hope they're doing okay. Maybe they're asleep still. Hey man, if it helps to get the ball rolling, I just have, like, if I could just buy followers. I could just cheat. I could just do what all the other big Twitch streamers do and just buy a bucket of followers. And that means nothing. You know, I could just do that, but I want followers that actually want to watch the streams. Lat needed food. They didn't have anything for 40. Oh my god. What did they do with the money I gave them? They fell asleep for 48 hours because sick. Oh, they're sick. Okay, that sucks. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware they were sold by the bucket. Yeah, can I get a bucket of soup? I've been seeing this reel like multiple times where this lady's trying to order at McDonald's, but her husband keeps saying like, yeah, do you have like a bucket of soup? Can I just get like a bucket of soup? So, Lam will be MIA today. Okay, well we got Caboose as a mod. It's not completely the lawless West, so. All right, I'll take leader of followers. Me too, I hope they feel better soon. Why did they, oh, that reminded me. Maybe I'll show it off when we come back from break, but I was so shocked that they announced this like Nicktoons collection, because I was watching us play through the Disney Afternoon collection, and this is basically the same thing, and I'm just very shocked that it even exists. But it contains like Real Monsters, Rocko's Modern Life, and Guts. So that's like 2 good games, and then Guts. Until my bedtime release. Oh boy. Oh boy. At least it wasn't 18,000 cups of water. What? Is that a reference to something? But anyway, I'm probably gonna get their mid-tier collector's edition, but like their full collector's edition has like a desktop aggro crag. But I feel like it's going to be disappointingly small. It's like $160 for that set. We'll talk about it when we come back from break, and then we'll play some DK Bananza. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. Because I think Taco Bell or something was rethinking AI for ordering with some guy to... Oh my god. Alright, yeah. That makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna play some ads. If you're a subscriber, you're gonna see some cool retro ads. If you're not a subscriber, you're gonna see some regular ads first. If you are not a subscriber, Chad is being generous today, even though we've all well since hit our goal. And the gift sub thing isn't for like 2 weeks. But, you know, maybe subscribe. Because it's like 25% off for a 1 month subscription if you're not a subscriber right now. You can do that. It'll be a little bit cheaper. Or if you really like us, you can subscribe for 6 months straight and get 30% off. That's saving you money. If you're already a subscriber and you haven't done the 6 month thing, I highly recommend it if you know you're going to be subscribed for the next 6 months. Save some money. I still get paid. I still get the full benefits. You're just paying less. So think about that. Think about what you've done or what you haven't done. When we go to break, we'll be right back with more DK Bananza and whatever the hell else I just talked about right after this. Yeah, well, look, definitely there are continuing to be issues with Stream Deck. Again, those issues seem to have something to do with making things appear, but it's also not like broken. So I legit don't know what to make of it. And I haven't had enough time to like actually fix it. Also, apparently I let this thing run so long that my Switch 2 went to sleep. Anyway, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those commercials. I have to turn this motherfucker back on. And then while that's going, I want to make sure this works. So we're gonna go to camera 2 real quick. Not quite time for monkey. Although this worked, I think. All right, now if I hit this button and end the stream, what would happen? Let me open the schedule. See if that works. It should. Don't ask me why it should. Ah, but that didn't work. Don't ask me why that didn't work. Technically, that should have happened. Yeah, it's just like there's some weird oddities. And it could just be some leftover bullcrap. Why didn't that work? So I have a multi-action and there's a source visibility action here. It might actually be easier for me to bring this over here. And we'll go over to PC. Because basically what I'm seeing is, so here's Stream Deck, right? This is what I see on my actual like thingamabob. And one of the buttons that I can press is schedule. And there's 2 buttons here in this folder. One does all of this. And what it should be doing is basically going like show Elgato. So if I press the button from my desk, which is a different Stream Deck, then the source visibility for the Elgato face cam, which is my webcam, should show. And it will show that source. On top of that, it should hide what's called Elgato Cam Link, and that is the webcam that is my phone. A lot of the hiding actions seem to work perfectly fine. But what I've noticed is that at least on the first stream of the night, or sorry, the first ad break of the night, going into BRB mode, for example. So what you saw earlier when we went to ad break was that this source visibility action that says show the ad window didn't go. It just didn't go. There's supposed to be a 2-second delay, and then this is supposed to just go like, oh, okay, just show the window. There are some other things that I noticed were wrong that suddenly are fixed today, so I really couldn't answer those questions. So I wonder if the issues are coming from the Stream Deck. Like, I wonder if you had something like StreamerBot handle. Honestly, I really should think about StreamerBot, because some of these, so like when I go to ads, I need you to understand this is what happens, right? I click on this button, or I press this button on my Stream Deck on the couch, and then it goes into the intermission phase. So it, the screen gets blurry. If it switches to this camera, if it's not on it already, it shows, hey, we're gonna be right back. And then it transfers us over into the intermission screen. And when that happens, wait 2 seconds and then show the ad window. Now the ad window, just showing it doesn't do anything. I would show you technically, well, actually I can kind of show you because we can go into studio mode and this won't impact anything. So this is the intermission screen. Hold on. I'm going to get my drink for this. This is Laughingboy teaches you why this stream doesn't fucking work half the time. And so what happens is that, and this is why streaming is hard. So what happens, and this is why I drink, yeah. Exactly. You didn't hear that from me. Let me see if I can get this in a way where you can still see, you guys can still see the ad screen, right? And you can still see me. Hi. So when we go into ad break, what's supposed to happen is that the window appears, but the window doesn't really do anything. It just contains all of the video. And what happens is that, so I have a nested scene in OBS. The nested scene contains all of the bumps, what the TV world calls a bump. Those bumps are the after these messages. Now, sometimes just me showing this isn't actually going to show it on the stream. Just know that it's supposed to work. And that doesn't happen until I press this button, the play button. The play button is what's called a random action. Now, this is why I need 6 buttons. Because, and I believe StreamerBot can fix this. This is why I'm talking about this tech. So, you can't put a random action inside of a multi-action. Because technically what I would do, if I could, in this multi-action, I would just add an additional action to say, play a random clip. Play something from this folder. So that could be handled through StreamerBot, I believe. Because I'm pretty sure StreamerBot does 2 things. Like, you can basically put a random action in StreamerBot inside of a multi-action, and then you simply put it to a button press, like a macro key on your Stream Deck. I do, because that's what turned me on to, that's what got me noticing StreamBot, basically, was this idea that, like, oh, okay, this is the one way I can put a random action inside of a list of other actions. I don't know why Stream Deck doesn't let you do this. Technically, from what there used to be a workaround where you could go into the settings file in Stream Deck and basically change it so that you could do it. And then last year, Elgato basically locked anybody from doing that. I don't know why. I don't know why they won't let people do it. Like, the fact that they locked it was very strange to me. Like, that was a very strange thing to do that they did not have to do. So, hold on, let me just, yeah. So, this is how the ads work and why you don't see me immediately get up from the couch when we go to break. I'm usually still sitting there. You know, Philly Pizza, Caboose, Regenesis, they can move if they want to. They can get up. They can leave the room if they want to. I have to sit there, wait for the ad window to show up from the multi-action, and then I have to press both this play button, then immediately go into my ads folder and pick the channel that the ad, you know, whatever ad channel. So for my personal streams, when I stream solo, I have a Cartoon Network channel, I have a Disney channel, I have a Fox Family channel, I have like miscellaneous kids cable, and then I have Nickelodeon. When I press one of those buttons, there's supposed to be a 5-second wait, and the 5 seconds basically is to allow the bump to play before it plays one of these ads, and then go, you know, activate Twitch's ad break feature. So all of that happens in that function. And then the stop button basically clears all of the sources for any bumps that appear. And then this return button is how we come back from break. The other thing that's supposed to happen there is that the source visibility is supposed to show the what I call my bump music. That for some fucking reason isn't working. So for whatever reason, even though I ask the bump music to play, it doesn't do it. Not 100% sure why. There could just be an issue with the plugin for Stream Deck. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and check for an update. Okay, that's weird. All right, can we check for an update now? It is up to date. Well, fuck me, I guess. Anyway, are you guys glad that I did that? Did you guys actually want me to explain that? Sometimes I get, like, I love actually explaining how this fucking thing works because I've spent so much time troubleshooting it that I feel like I have to tell somebody. Do you know how, so Tech, do you watch Claire streams? I think you do. You know how Wisdom of Duke works? You know how they get Wisdom of Duke to work? It's a similar method. Because I asked. Because I was like, how do I play a random like bump or ad break or something like that? And so I just like straight up asked Claire, like, how do you get Wisdom of Duke to work? And she was like, I have a nested scene that has all of the Duke effects at once. And I press a button on my Stream Deck and it plays a random one. And in order to reset it, I press another button that closes all of them, no matter which one was actually played. So that's apparently how Wisdom of Duke works. And so I stole that for my own thing. So thank you, Claire, for that. Anyway, so what was this? Nick Tunes Collection. Oh, not the GBA video. That's not what I meant. Switch game. Here we go. So here's, oh God, does nobody have this? Oh, it's Nick Collection. Like, what's going on? Hold on. You know what? Limited run. Limited run. Oh, it's the Nickelodeon Splat Pack. That's why I couldn't find it. All right. Here's why I came to the desk. Because I kind of want to stream this when I eventually get it. Probably in like 2 years. But hey, we're in here, right? So I haven't done this in like a hot minute, so I need to make sure I have the right buttons. Okay. And then bring you over here. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I saw this. They announced this yesterday. And I used to play. My brother owned a copy of Ah Real Monsters for the Super NES, and that That game killed me. It's basically somebody really liked The Lost Vikings and was like, I can turn that into a video, like a Nicktoon related video game. And so it plays almost the exact same way. And my 5 to 6 year old brain could not comprehend it. And so I kind of want to stream it just for me to beat it. And then I rented Rocko's Modern Life once as a kid, and I was like, that'll be fun. And then, yeah, Guts is on there. Nobody cares. I don't care. I don't care. Guts' entire legacy to me is the fact that it was on Game Grumps. That's it. That is the entirety of Guts' like Super NES legacy. I don't care. I remember Guts Flash game that we loved playing. That is not this. This is Guts on SNES, as was quoted. Hey, what's up, Celestin? Meanwhile, I'm converting my system over to Linux and trying to re-implement what I had working with my Beacon mix create. Oh, you have a Beacon? How do you like it? What are we talking about? I went to brush my teeth. I literally gave a lowdown to why my stream doesn't work, and how it's supposed to work. You know, I did that thing I do like once a month. And then we started talking about this because I'm probably gonna buy what they call the Classic Edition. So if you are somebody who may have purchased the Nicktoons VHSs back in the day, I love a VHS callback, and Limited Run's been doing those a lot. They did those with the Star Wars games that they re-released, and then I bought the Shredder's Revenge. I bought a physical edition of Shredder's Revenge just so that I could have it in this like VHS box. So, and this is technically modeled after like the Nicktoons VHSs from back in the day. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably buy it on Switch because it's just Switch 1, so I don't have to worry about damn key cards. But yeah, I literally do not care about Nickelodeon Guts. I could care so... Actually, no, I can't care less. I really couldn't. Then, yeah, maybe I'll play Rocko's Modern Life. Who knows? All right, let's head back to the couch. Let me put everything back where it was. Oh, boy, that didn't work quite so well. But that worked perfectly, so that's fine. All right, I'm going to head back to the couch. We're going to play some DK Bananza, all right? That's enough out of me. Well, it's not quite enough out of me. You're going to hear me more. But it's fine. I'll be right back. I'll see you on the couch. I don't know why. Why is the white balancing on this thing getting so weird? Hold on. We don't need... I turned white balance automatic off. What happened now? Oh, that's a little too much. Here. Warm it up a little bit. Oh. That was wrong. That was my other... Alright, never mind. We're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll see you back on the couch. It's never enough out of... You could... I don't have the stamina. Somebody give Celestin a sub. Do it! Do it right now. You have like 7 seconds before I get on this couch. I better see a sub for Celestin. Alright? That's like 7 seconds. You've got 7 seconds to do it. All right? Go. You mad lads. Tech, thank you for the gift sub. Everyone's going to have a gift sub before the end of the night. And it's not even gift sub week. Valorant has nothing to do with this. They got nothing on me. All right, it's way past time to play some DK Bananza. But look, I'm not gonna lie. When we got into hashtag not sponsored. When I started looking at my old VODs, and when I say old, I mean from like the beginning of this year. I was like, man, I actually miss just being over at the desk and just like watching the stuff that you guys send me, because there was it Shoal, I think? Somebody sent me, or sent it to the Discord, and it was just like a video about Darby O'Gill and the Little People. And I want to do that more. Maybe not specifically that movie, but I want to have like more like catch and response with y'all. I want to make the streams more interactive. I don't want to just... It's not like Jiggy, and I say that with love. You know, Jiggy, I feel like, would just rather have a talk show and not play the video game. I want to definitely do a lot of both, and because like I love playing video games, and I want to be able to chat with chat. And I feel like sometimes, especially when I'm just like, I really get into the video game, I don't get that opportunity to like just chat with chat. And what I mean is just like, I guess for lack of a better term, like that parasocial part where we're just kind of like, you send me stuff, I react to it. You know, if there's something that interests you and you just want to bring it up, like we can just try to watch it as long as it's appropriate. We have the mail system so that subscribers can submit images or GIFs if they're related to the stream. Again, if they're appropriate. So I just want to be able to do a lot more of that. Yappy Hour helps. Yappy Hour helps, but a lot of it, often, I feel like I am definitely just talking. And I want a little bit more of just being able to interact with y'all. Like, I don't want to just talk at you for an hour during Yappy Hour, especially because it gets tiring. Did I already? Oh, right. I did get the second piece. Oh, I haven't. I need to actually go to the game, shouldn't I? And also, it looks like the game is not appearing. Hold on. I can fix this. That's an easy fix. Alright, maybe not so easy. Hold on. Media, deactivate, activate. There we go. Alright, we're back. We did it. I enjoy being able to just chat, but my sleep schedule is the worst TM, so I often miss Yappy Hour. Well, I'm like, that's why I do Yappy Hour. Yappy Hour is great. I really, again, looking back at old VODs, I couldn't have done Yappy Hour back then because I just didn't have, like, the chat for it. I think that's one of the best things right now is that, like, the fact that I actually have a chat I can do that with now is great. It's amazing. So I want to be able to celebrate that a little bit more, even if I am mid-game, like, definitely don't feel like you can't, like, share stuff when, even if we're, like, mid-game. I definitely want to be able to just do more. Part of the Twitch experience, in my opinion, is being able to just have that immediate, like, response back. I haven't bought any stuff. I don't really want the maps yet. I don't think I bought... Have I bought any clothes? Do I have any fossils? I have... Oh, I didn't even notice that the other fossil was a zinger. The Digit Neckerchief. Restores your brain energy as you destroy terrain. That actually might not be too bad, but I also never feel like I'm out of banana energy. Reduces damage from ice water by... Ooh, okay. Have I bought any clothes? I have not bought any clothes. got it, but it can get stronger. This is what I don't understand. The orange britches only reduce damage from ice water by 10%, and I don't think that gets better. All right, what do you do? Extend your zebra bonanza time by 40%. We don't have that yet, but I might as well buy it. I'll buy because, like, I might as well buy it. But then, where's the closet? Here it is. Here it is. It's weird to me to see how other people play games, like Andrew not buying the map, because when I play, I buy a map as soon as... So, the map is just going to... You have to buy a map for every banana and for every fossil. So you have to basically just, like, keep buying new maps. And that's why I am not buying them, because it's a huge waste of money to buy them just so that, like, I'll just get the banana. Like, I can just find it later. Game spoiling that we get the zebra bonanza. Guys! Also, I think it's a little weird. Chad, am I the only one? Like, I get that the fact that she doesn't have, like, shoes and... Okay. Yeah, I was like, what are you guys doing? I thought that was, like, a one-time thing. He just, like, fucking tore ass all across the hallway. This spot right here is our village top frozen treat shop. How may I help you, brah? Banana! Sorry, brah. We're all out of our famous chocolate bananas. No clue when we'll be able to restock. Girl, gonna get frostbite. We had a lot, but then some sneaky lady stole them from us. Recipe? First, we pour scalding molten chocolate over a big honkin' banandium gem. Then we freeze it in the cooling tower until the chocolate coating hardens. That's how we make the freezer layer's signature treat. That's a little lore. Your outfit rips, brah. She should have shoes. There's no way she was walking around wherever she's from without shoes. The problem for me is that, like, okay, whatever. If she doesn't have shoes, she was kidnapped, it sounds like. And that's fine. Apparently. Don't quote me on that. But the fact that none of her other outfits have shoes, and only one of them technically has socks, we can buy her clothes, but... Exactly! Thank you! I thought it was like a Hollow Knight thing where you have to get the map to a new area before you can see it. No, unfortunately, I mean, fortunately / unfortunately, like, the map is just available to you at all times. So just as you enter a layer, you basically have the ability to go and see whatever you need to see. What I like about this too is that this is actually just this is the actual, like, map. When I say map, I don't mean like a 2D map. Like, this is the whole fucking thing. And so the game just, like, zooms out and zooms back in. And I'm just saying this was probably not possible on the original Switch. She was kidnapped, and that's fine. Shoal, what the hell did you post? Too bad the only person that can quote me is the mods. Oh, okay. I did not expect these to be circling around too. If anything, this is just very annoying. The fact that he can do this one-handed worries me a little bit. Alright, where do I ooh-oh? Where do I ooh-oh? Oh, I just climb this thing? Alright. Here we go. Ooh-whoa! I knew I could do it too, to be fair. Why did that take so long to load just a regular emoji? Is there anything in here? Oh, I see. Just give me a second. I just want to see if there's anything worth... We're not gonna... Okay. Well, that's not how I intended to do that, but I'm glad we did it anyway. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? That's one way to get it to the village. Look, here's the thing. You're gonna see GDQ in like a year from now. No, 6 minutes from now. Did you just catapult the record piece across the map? Yes. It's also back here. So, you're welcome. You're gonna see. That's gonna be a speedrun tactic. You're gonna be like, I saw Laughingboy do that. So I'm an official DK Bananza speedrunner. Because I did one tech. Oh. Your great power. Serve it up to me, bro. I love how everyone just like... all these elders have basically retired from their jobs and just became DJs. It's pony time. Don't say that. I've got no choice. Yes, you do. Why does this have air horns? Oh, God. What did you do to my boy? Aren't you that guy? Aren't you that horse from horsing around? Treat yourself to increased speed. You'll sprint right over any terrain. Okay, that's pretty good. No slipping, no sliding, no sweat. Add a dash of dash even over water. Not even crumbly crust can slow you down, brah. The finishing touch? Chart. Oh. I did it. I did it on accident. Sign of a good DJ when the song opens with air horns. DK got you mortified. Look, all I'm thinking is BoJack Horseman. Aren't you that horse from horsing around?
We did it, DK. You got the zebra Bananza.
He's passed out. Bravo. What a delectable performance. You have me wanting seconds. Huh. You can now use Zebra Bananza to cross crumbly crust bridges. Those sweet dreams of yours are within reach, brah. You gotta hoof it fast. Boy, it is sure nice that somebody's speaking English for a change. Congrats on the Zebra Bananza. It's pretty cool, isn't it, brah? Now you can cross any crumbly crust bridge without falling through it. The entrance to the cooling tower is back at the top of this layer. You can just use that barrel cannon as a shortcut, brah. I imagine that all these extreme transformations are pretty tiring. I mean, he just... once he does it, he does it. And then he's just good forever. Fire! Oh, there's a banana right there. Wait a minute. Where am I coming out of? Oh, nice. See, so you actually get maps too. The way that it works is basically like you can collect the maps or you can buy them. It's kind of your choice. If you just want to make things easier on yourself and you just have a ton of gold that you're just sitting on, damn. You can just use your the gold that you accrue to just buy the maps. Or, since you're accruing gold anyway through smashing shit, you might be able to find more maps just by destroying terrain. I just saw that, so we're gonna go over there, I think. Give me those. I need money like nobody's business. Here it is. Ooh, wow. Get in there. Red hot rotations. That is called having a panic attack, I'll tell you what. Hello? Bruh? Okay. Bye. Oh, okay. Oh shit, I already killed him. Alright, hold on. I see what you're supposed to do. See, the problem is, like, I would really like the ability to grab them, but me, like, just doing the action of grabbing them is the same as if I punched them. And then they just go away. And then they don't do the thing I actually want them to do. And it sucks. Get out of here! Oh. Get out of here! But you didn't even do the thing I needed you to do. There we go. Boop, boop, boop! Clearing a red hot path. Just as a reminder, if you're a new subscriber... Oh, see, this is what I wanted to pick up. You can always send me mail using the mail command, exclamation point mail. That was not helpful at all. What the fuck, dude? Okay, well... Oh, hi. You want to do this again? There it is. If you want to know more about how to do it, you can just type in !mail in chat. Mlep made a very good mail system so that you can send me memes, you can send me fan art. As long as you know the HTML of the image, you can send me whatever you want. Within reason. And then I will view it on stream. And that way I don't have to get up from my couch, I guess. Videos you'll have to send me on Discord. And then I'll... Sorry, was there a problem? And then I'll just go over to my desk and just view it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, Alright, clearly... I see. This is the one I'm missing. Okay, so... Here, hold on. Bonk. What I need to do is... Ooh. Okay, I see. Oh, okay! Hello! Alright. Alright, can you please... Alright, this is easy. And we'll just use this to go all the way around. That'll get me my third banana. Ah! Leave me alone! Alright. Okay. I'm sorry you had to see that. No, wait! What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait! Oh, okay. Whew! You put me right into, like, the bad part of town. Come on, guys. Killing me here. Alright. Punch. Okay. Let's do this again! This time, with no problems. You're just gonna climb that up normally, like a good boy. There we go. Good boy. Behind the red hot path. Ooh, we're about to get a skill point, too? Okay! Get the fuck out of my face! Climbing a red hot path. Alright. Banana bonkaton. I don't know why I found that so funny, but I did. Zebra Bananza skills are now available. Are any of them 2 points or less? All of them are Spin Slam. Perform a destructive spinning attack while holding with a held chunk. Holding and releasing ZL will keep you charged dashing for a bit longer.
You've got mail.
Oh, you can't read the mail now! It doesn't work! Oh, wait, it does. I don't like that. Also, who knew I had it on the game screen? I don't remember, because I don't remember half the shit that I've done. But hey, it's there. We can read mail now. That was not intentional. And it probably won't work on Couching with the Boys. I think I may have done it here as an experiment. We're going to do Spin Slam, because that's just a new thing. But you got to warn me, because otherwise I have to, like, turn to the left. But yeah, Caboose is able to do it because Caboose is a mod. Otherwise, I have to be the one to use the command, or, yeah, basically. I have to be the one to do it, or a mod can do it. We need to heal like nobody's a business. Go to bed, DK. Rest up, little babby boy. Where am I supposed to go now? This away. Holy shit. Did not expect that to still be there. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me that Bananza. I just want to know if I could. Yeah, luckily you can, so it's not that big of a deal. Mlep made a good system. I really actually appreciate Mlep's work on that. Someone's been blocking the airflow inside the cooling tower. We can't stop it. Please do something. Save us, brah. There's an emergency entrance nearby. Just go up from there, brah. Do you think he knows what he's saying? Alright, I have to know. What the fuck did I just do? Oh, do I? Okay, I still do. Ooh, well. Get in there. Welcome to bonus day. Hey, Andrew, can I beg a quick favor? I just need you to stand up for one. No. Look, you want to know what happens when I stand up? There you go. It's just crotch. It's for an art thing? You sick freak. There, I stood up. Okay, confirm. I don't want to know. It's just crotch. I mean, it's true, though. What is... Oh, right, it's this. Okay, so... I called you a freak out of love. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! First off, you're really just going to put the other one here? A crusty trust fall. That... Please don't ever call anything crusty. That sounds so gross. No! No! Please don't clip that. Alright, so, I can't dash this because I can't turn. Oh boy, now I've just made this almost completely unusable. Hello. Oh! Actually, this is... Holy shit, this is the strat, isn't it? It's just doing booty claps this whole time. Zebra! Okay, now I understand why everyone loves this song. Because it's just somebody screaming zebra the entire time. Ah, no! If I knew how to clip, I would clip that so hard. All I have to do is just press the clip button. And then you can just make a clip. Game Master, tell everyone how to clip. It's real easy. Here we go. There we go. Mobile clipping be eh. It's not great, I'll tell you that. But it's usable. I've done it. Alright. As much as I want those coins, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Technology's confusing and scary. It's okay. You guys got this. I believe in you. Are we seriously already at an ad break? Did I take like 30 minutes to explain how my stream works? Give me that. Oh. Okay, I figured that would actually get me, like, more stuff. Here we go! Alright, this is actually useful. I never actually did this before, so I didn't realize that I could just eat this and replenish my Banandium energy while I'm transformed. I've never actually done it before. Oh, well, okay, never mind. Bye. Fuck this. Alright, do you seriously? I have to start over? The rope was like all the way over here, too. What is this place? Oh, hey, a fossil. It's a zinger. Yeah, well, I don't have much of a choice, do I? They probably wanted me to use zebra for this, but as you can see, I did not need it. Okay, I see a home. I see a home I can make. I see a Banandium gem I can take. My wireless headphones have been doing this weird thing, like with the beyond, then they'll randomly reset back to turning on point. That is weird. You can figure this out during the break. I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got far more DK Bananza for y'all to check out. So if you're a subscriber, you're going to see some cool retro ads. I hope they work. If you're not, you're going to see some regular ads. Those will work. I can't really control that. Anyway, yeah. Get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat, get something to drink. Come right back here for more DK Bananza right after the break. Toodles. And see, it all magically worked this time. No problems, no issues. I don't know. I wish I knew, because then I could get it right 100% of the time, but whatever. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. If it weren't a logistical nightmare, I would love to watch the Pokemon movies on stream. I gotta go talk to Penguin, because, look, one of the nice things about being a subscriber is, I'm going to show this again. You can join the Discord, and the Discord is free for everyone. But if you're a subscriber, you get some additional perks. There are some pay-for channels in there. One of them is technically the movie club. This is another thing that Mlep actually helped us make. So basically, I went and enlisted the help of a friend of ours, and she is essentially like probably once-ish a month, just depending on what her like availability is. We'll play a movie for the community. If you've been a part of other communities, I know I'm pretty sure Claire's community does it. I think even maybe Masay's community does it. But basically, you join the Discord. If you're a subscriber, you can hang out with us, hopefully a little bit more often. We just gotta try to figure out the logistics of it. And we'll just watch movies together. There's at least... You missed El Dorado, Tech. You did. We watched El Dorado back in... what month is it? September, August. So I think we watched it in, what, July? I think it was either July or early August. It was definitely before the trip. We were actually talking about whether or not we would do a community movie night during my absence. It was June. Okay, so it's been a little while. But yeah, I would like to try to do this a little bit more often, but again, that is another perk that you get. So all this to say, if you want to watch the Pokemon movies, we won't do it publicly on stream. But if you're a subscriber, then, you know, we can always talk about it as a community movie night. We can always make that happen. Who is a Disney villain you agree with? Give me a minute to think about that one. Actually, I think there's one. There's probably one. Actually, you know, now I'm really thinking about it. I don't necessarily disagree with Yzma. And the reason for that is because technically, how did I go from like only +1 to +4? Jesus Christ. The reason why I technically would have agreed with her, other than the fact that she was being selfish, is that Kuzco was not a good leader either. And the only reason why you root for him is because A, he has to like learn and grow as a protagonist. But ultimately, like, Yzma would have possibly been a better dictator since they are emperors regardless. However, she was obviously just in it for herself and just wanted the same perks. So, like, it probably would have just amounted to the same thing. Yzma was helping run the empire, but then got greedy about it. Yeah, kind of that. Like, she was basically already running the empire anyway. She just wasn't being credited for it because Kuzco was such a dick. Gaston, he just wanted love. No, because the problem is that, like, Gaston clearly didn't understand Belle. And then he decided to murder somebody that looked different from him. So Gaston could technically account for being both sexist and racist. So I don't think I could get in his corner. He was also another character who was exceedingly vain and, like, was not really interested in Belle for anything other than her looks. Gaston felt he was owed Belle's love, yes. The float features a special blue soda and is packed with vanilla ice cream made right here from the freezer layer. The translucent blue color of the frigid frizzy soda is like a calm, cool ocean. Stare too deep and you'll feel like a freshwater fish lost in a freezing ocean. Brah. See, the problem is, like, every time I break these things, it makes this, like, weird sound, so I feel like I have to do this. What are we talking about? I agree with Cruella. Lady needed a coat, and let's be real, nobody needs to own 101 Dalmatians. She wanted to kill puppies, for God's sake. I don't think I can get behind. Well, no. Chat, you just reminded me of that stupid live-action Cruella movie, which nobody should fucking do. The only reason why she wanted to skin puppies alive is because dog killed her mother? Ugh. She took Bob Barker's mantra to a whole other level. Yes, the recent one. How would you agree to be in that movie? Did Emma Stone read the script? Alright, anyway. Honestly, Hook kind of had a reason to be mad at Peter Pan. Peter Pan cut off his hand and fed it to a crocodile. Then Peter Pan kept tormenting him. Yeah, Hook is like... I liked the Cruella movie because I liked the trend of humanizing the villains. I mean, there's like a certain extent to which I'm willing to watch that. And I think like the gray area villains started becoming a little bit too tropey for me. But also the Cruella movie was her reasoning was just really awkward. Peter became a lawyer, so it all works out. Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about Hook. Maleficent was good for humanizing. I did like the original Maleficent. I did actually. My wife and I watched that like years and years ago, and she really liked the movie. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. If you like venison, then you agree with the hunter from Bambi. But no, like venison is venison just like young deer meat? Cause like he killed her mom, so or killed his mom. So is that venison or is that okay? I don't know. I don't know. Look, I haven't yet. No, it's adult deer. Okay, it's just deer meat. All right. So if you've gone to Fuddruckers, then you agree with Bambi's mom's killer. That's what we're learning today. What's awkward about doing your best to try to beat your trauma? I just thought that, like, you didn't need to create a backstory as to why Cruella, like, doesn't like the dogs. Ah, shit. I thought I could clinch that. Like, some... Humanizing... There's a difference between, like, humanizing the villains and just, like... There's nothing wrong with having just a bad guy who is just a bad guy. And Cruella was just a woman who was so interested more in the killing of animals for profit than anything else. And I would have just preferred that. God, who would be a Disney villain that I agree with? Because, like, Jafar is just a worse version of Yzma. Because the Sultan was just kind of, like, doing whatever, not really even really, I guess, aware of what was going on. But it's not like Agrabah was in dire straits. So he was just conniving. Alright, give me another melon to eat. I'll tell you what. I'm trying to think of another Disney villain. Scar is just a furry Jafar. Well, no, Scar and Hades are basically the same character. Because they're both people who feel like they've been jilted from authority. Like, I'm not even talking about the Mufasa movie that came out recently. It's just, it's very clear that Scar as the brother is not obviously the king, and he hates that. And the original cut of The Lion King apparently would have made that more apparent. Because apparently the original idea behind The Lion King was like, what if we just made Simba like an ass? So like, I guess the original idea was that Simba was going to be kind of like Cusco in The Emperor's New Groove. Oh, hey, we're doing a boss fight. Da-da. Poppy Kong. Scar was next in line for the throne, then Simba was born. That also is kind of the same thing, right? Like, he wants the throne for himself, and you can clearly see the negative aspects of him being a king, so it's hard to get into his corner. You know what I mean? Come on, give me that. Wait, can't I do that? Wait, hold on. What about this thing I just earned? Hold Y while... Oh, I see. I wonder if the game wanted me to have this originally. Also, did we not have, like, any dialogue? Because all of a sudden, I'm just, like, fighting her. Like, she's not a good person. Jesus Christ, that was easy. Mother Gothela's one. Ursula, Hades, Queen of Hearts are a few more. Mother Gothel's pretty bad. Especially if you care about mental health. We finally stopped her. Okay, can we just talk? So my mission has failed. You saw right through my stealth perfume. I did not see that coming. Get it? It's because it's invisible. Yes, darlings, you beat me fair and square, so I'll give you the key. Also, what's up, Becky Star? How you doing? Don't fool yourself into to thinking you can stop the president. He's relentless, and I'm not the only one standing in your way. You'll see that soon enough. There's only like 3 of you. It's fine. That's it. We're done. All right, goodbye. Bye, lady. Have fun. Okay. All right, here's the thing. What's going on here? Did she let you pass through here? How else did you get in here? I'm good, coming down from stress. Oh, I'm so sorry. If anything, I hope that just hanging out for a little bit, watching some DK Bananza will help you come down from the stress. You definitely don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But I hope you're doing okay. Did you really chase that lady off? Thanks a ton, brah. What about the butler from You can't say aristocrats. It's aristocats. And also, I never actually saw that movie as a kid. Apparently, my parents really hated that movie. And learning how they are as an adult, I kind of understand why. They're Republican. So, I can understand why they didn't like aristocats. But he was motivated by jealousy, but he was upset that the old lady he served was giving her entire real estate to her cats. First off, that's really funny. Second off, I'm starting to see a pattern through a lot of, like, Disney villains. Seem to be this idea that, like, they want either fame, fortune, or property, and they are somehow not getting it because of the protagonist of the story. Just Silk Song being too much. I hope... I didn't originally have any interest in playing Hollow Knight because everyone said, like, oh, it's a hard game. But I also play, like, a lot of hard... If nobody tells me a game is hard, I will just play the game. But as soon as people tell me, oh, it's a hard game, I just suddenly won't play it. But now I'm starting to wonder, like, would I have the same problems if I just wasn't told it was a hard game and just played it? But yeah, I've heard some stuff. I've heard that Silk Song is tough. But hey, look, you're getting through it. He was bad because he didn't even realize he probably could have gotten it for taking care of the cats. So yeah, he was bad. That's still also, like, it's one of those things where if they had made a Family Guy joke about it, he probably wouldn't have had an issue because who the fuck would give their property to cats? Like, at some point, you would think that, like, there would be a legal issue. I think you could even say that Gontu is really more of just an antagonist than a villain. Like, is he the paragon of the police force? Probably not, but he's just doing his job. Oh, Lilo and Stitch. See, that's an interesting one because, like, the idea of Lilo and Stitch is that it's more of a social issue than it is, like, a good guy, bad guy issue. And I think people forgetting that is why everyone hated the ending to the live action version. Because the idea is that, oh, well, if Lilo's parents are dead, then realistically, hold on, we're gonna go into let's talk about this for a minute. So here's the thing. I love stories where there's not technically a bad guy. I actually do too. And the thing about Lilo and Stitch is that there isn't really like an antagonist other than it's man against society. So like Lilo is under the care of her older sister, but in reality that doesn't work because she is trying to make ends meet and also trying to assert herself as the person who can actually like take care of her little sister. Lilo is not her legal daughter. And technically she is not of the capability to take care of her. And the idea is that like Lilo technically gets in the way of that. Stitch just amplifies that by the nth degree. I thought that everyone hated the IRL version because of the fact that Nani was entirely different. So, spoiler alert, the reason why everyone hates the live action version is in particular the ending, in that Nani basically like gets not necessarily custody, and the fact that they stayed together as a family. Everyone got mad because she went to college. So basically what happened was that Nani, in the original version, it's like a happily ever after scenario, and Nani and Lilo stay together, and Stitch is part of the family, and everyone's like hunky-dory. But apparently the director of the live action remake was like, well, for a live action version, it's not very realistic to say that, like, I mean, she can't make a living wage, right? Like, she's not college educated. She is sacrificing her entire life to take care of this child. That is not really her child. It's just her little sister. And the idea that Ohana means family doesn't lock it down to just blood family. And the idea of basically saying, well, Nani can go to college because the community will take care of Lilo, was what they were trying to portray as Ohana means family. Is that Ohana doesn't mean just the blood related family. It's also the idea that the community as a family can come together and take care of this child. And they're basically saying, like, it's okay, you can go on and have your own life. It's not like she's completely abandoned her own family. She is going to college in order to make a better life. And that is a far more realistic version of that ending than the actual ending of the original. I don't know really much else about the rest of the live action version of the story. Why was she trying to go to a marine biology school in California when the best ones are in the US or in Hawaii? All right, well, now you're nitpicking. Now you're nitpicking. I mean, like, that is one thing. Like, she could have just gone to a college in Hawaii if she could have. That one's a little weird, but I think they needed to like square away the idea that she can go on and have not her own life, but she can go and do the things she needs to do in order to make everyone, like her family's life, better. In my opinion, I don't get why everyone got so mad at that. Maybe it's I think maybe people just want that happily ever after ending where it's just like, okay, like Stitch stays with the family and so does Lilo, and everyone, like, basically I think the way that the animated version portrays it is that she has like the Galactic Federation's like protection so that nothing bad can happen to them. But that doesn't mean that they're just gonna give her money. Like, she still needs to be able to afford a living and be able to have her own life. In the original movie, Nani gave up her career as a professional surfer to look after Lilo. And I feel like that's a little sad in a way. Like, I kind of see that as sad. Like, there are certain sacrifices that we as adults make in order to give our offspring a better life. I will not sit here and say that my parents didn't give up something in order to make sure that my brother and I had a life. But what I think was a big deal and why they did this in the live action version was to emphasize the fact that Ohana doesn't just mean your blood relatives. I mean, even in the original version, they try to say that because, like, clearly Stitch is not a dog. He's not just like a pet. He is a living, breathing, thinking thing. And he is like, this is my found family. Like, this is my family. It's a little broken, but it's still good. And I think that, like, the idea that the community could come in, pitch in, and say, like, let's do better in order to make sure that these kids can have a decent life is much more powerful, in my opinion. Again, I haven't seen the full movie. I've read a bunch of articles because I was so curious as to why everyone was so mad about it. And just like reading as to the director's explanation about it, it actually, I'm not going to sit here and say it's better because I haven't seen it. But it is a much more ideal version, especially if you're trying to make a live action version of a sci-fi animated movie. Like it resets the expectation of like, well, what's supposed to happen now? Like, Nani and Lilo get to live together, but she's still struggling to make a living. Whereas in this version, the community's pitching in and saying, we'll help take care of you both so that, Nani, you can go on and do these things and then come back and you have a better life. I think part of it is that the animated Lilo and Stitch is about family does whatever they can for each other no matter the struggles we face, which is a concept of Ohana. But Ohana means blood, relatives, friends, and anyone you consider as family. But I think that's the same thing, right? Like, in the animated version, you don't have to worry about what happens after the movie. In fact, like, even in the live action version, they could have done it the exact same way, but I feel like people take the wrong interpretation of that. They don't get the community sense. They're just saying that, like, well, they're blood relatives and now they have a dog. And in my opinion, I kind of like the idea, like, I think if the animated version had the same ending as the live action version does now, I don't think people would be upset. I don't think people would be that upset. Because I think that, like, the idea that I think people might have been confused. And I think that's what people were feeling when they saw the live action version's ending. But again, you have to think about what's happening after the story. I think when you think about the animated version's ending, you basically end your thought as the movie goes to credits, and you're just like, well, they'll just be fine. But the live action version is like, well, that's not realistic. Which is still funny to think about when you're talking about a space alien becoming your dog. But at the same time, again, it's like, think about what could happen to them after the movie is over. She could still not find a job because she's not college educated and she's not following her dreams and she's giving up everything for her little sister. And that's noble. But when you think about it from a realistic perspective, that's also very unfair. And maybe that's just me thinking about it as a 36-year-old versus when the movie came out in, like, what, 2002? I was like 13 when that movie came out. It's a very different way of thinking about it. But I also think that it's hard to get over that nostalgia balance. Like, everyone remembers the original animated movie. Everyone already has a negative opinion about the live action remakes that Disney's been doing. And I totally get it from that perspective, which is also why I never really cared to watch the movie. I can just watch the animated version. But I think people getting mad about the ending of the movie felt very disingenuous to me. From the perspective of, like, Ohana can mean more than just saying, well, I guess she'll just give up her entire life in order to work part-time jobs. And, like, basically you're saying that, like, okay, I'm fine with Nani working at GameStop for the rest of her life because she can't get a college education because nobody else from the community will pitch in and help her. This version is basically saying, like, she no longer has to work at GameStop. I think that instead of making these very similar remakes, they should have made edgier, grittier versions, like how the Channel CW remade shows from the 90s, but made them darker in tone. That's interesting. I want to go back to early MCU where they were more gritty and grounded movies. That's also interesting. Always appreciate the streams. Catch you all on the VODs and have a good night. Good night, Game Master. Don't let those bed bugs bite. I don't want to say that like one version is better than the other. But I personally felt that like when people got upset about the movie's ending, I was like, well, what would you want? Like, what would you want if you were in that situation? Never mind the aliens and things like that. Never mind the, like, the whole story isn't really even about Stitch at this point. It's just like, it's just the Disney, Stitch is the Disney aspect of it. But the whole rest of the movie is a more real, like, down-to-earth story about how do I, like, take care of my little sister on my own without her being taken away by child services, so that we both can live together and have a decent, normal life, or as normal as we can possibly make it. And it just rubs me the wrong way that everyone got mad that like, oh, Nani comes off as selfish because she goes to college and pisses off. Like, I don't really see it from that perspective. I see it from the perspective of the community said, like, please do this. Like, don't sacrifice everything. We can pitch in and help. Because I would love to see that in the real life scenario. I would love to see people basically saying, like, you guys have it really tough. Like, let us help you so that you can do what you need to do in order to make your life better and to make your little sister's life better. Because basically what everyone seems to want more is the idea of like, well, you're stuck together, I'm gonna piss off now, goodbye. That's kind of how me as the viewer feels when you just kind of give the happily ever after ending versus basically saying like, well, how do we fix this? Like, what's the actual problem here and how do we fix it? I hate that Nani went to college because these days college is a scam. I'm just more upset that she fell for it. It's basically saying you don't have to do everything yourself. Yeah, exactly. And there's beauty in that. I think both versions can be realistic because people sometimes have to hold down several jobs to keep afloat with what happens in life, but also someone can go to college and make the... I like that too. I basically like both versions are possible. But I don't like that everyone's upset about the live action version because, like, somehow that makes her a worse character. What's up, Adam? How you doing? We went from talking about what Disney villains could we agree with, and then I just went into, like, a whole rant about the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. So how's your Thursday? Doing good? Yeah, we're continuing on with DK Bananza. We got our zebra power up. I'm very behind because I was gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think some people are just stuck on the animated version. I think like there's already a hatred of the live action remakes in my opinion. And so like everyone's going to like find a way to hate it. When in reality you can just not watch the movie. And you can live your life having never seen the live action version of Lilo and Stitch. And you're not going to be sitting on your deathbed thinking Rosebud. I need to reread what this guy was saying. Can't get the ice maker to do its thing right, brah, so uncool. Wait, do I... Hold on. Let's see. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do because I was not paying attention. Oh, I need it to do something here. I want Nintendo to announce a special edition Switch 2 already so I can buy a Switch 2. I convinced myself to wait for a special edition. Honestly, I don't hate that mentality. I too probably would have just waited. Well, okay, I wouldn't have waited because I'm a streamer. I gotta play these games. But as soon as a Zelda version gets announced, you know I'm gonna be on top of that. I honestly I just kind of meh about all these live actions mainly because Disney did so many anime stuff and just beating something that's been overdone. Like, just, if they, I don't know, man, like, there seems to be some kind of marketing ploy where Disney is convinced that a live action remake will make more money than just like doing something with the animated original. And I don't really get that. My only special edition console is my SNES new 3D. Dude, I wanted that one so bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little upset that I passed on that one. I had the Majora's Mask 3DS. What the fuck was I supposed to do with all this? I bought it on Amazon. What I probably would have wanted, dude, not only just that, but I wanted the NES edition of the Game Boy Advance SP. I wanted that so bad as a kid. What am I supposed to do here? You're not gonna tell me anything more. Need that falling ice to cool the lava. Ah. Okay, my bad. I thought it had something to do with this platform for some reason, but I've already done that and was clearly not paying attention. All right, well, there's one way to do this. Well, there's probably like more than one way, but all right, my pretties. And now I play the waiting game. Alright, this actually is working way better. It came with Super Mario. Yeah, I do remember that. I just remember not buying it simply because I had already, like, purchased a new 3DS XL at that time. So I was already done. But I mean, to be fair, and I can say this because I'm bad with money. Ow. But I mean, there's a part of me that's like, I'll just resell or give my Switch 2 to somebody once like a special edition does crop up. There will definitely be a special edition Switch 2. Guarantee that. Oh, hello. There we go. The way down is all plugged up, brah. Now it's not. I fixed it. You're welcome. I wanted to play Fire Emblem Warriors. I'm trying to think of, like, if there was any specific game where I was like, I need a new 3DS XL for this. Because Majora's Mask was, like, the game that came out with the 3DS XL, but I don't remember if it was a 3DS XL only game. Fire Emblem Warriors I actually bought on Switch, and I played the hell out of that. Alright, is there anything else that I need to... God. Otherwise, I'm really trying to think of, like, a Disney villain that I agree with? Oh, shit. Okay, well... We can get to the cooling tower now. Because, like, Gonto, I guess, like, makes sense. It's not that I disagree with him. But, yeah, he's just doing his job. I'm, like, trying to go through the Disney animated canon in my head. Because, like, that's the only reason why he's agreeable is because, like, I'm an adult. As a kid, I probably would have been like, that guy sucks. Whatever. I don't agree. But as an adult, it's like, yeah, okay, I understand it. Ursula, Hades. I don't agree with Hades, because, like, again, Hades is just, like, it's this Hades is just the same as Scar, right? Like he's basically the same character. I cannot use charge dash here. Wasn't the guy from Big Hero 6 just trying to rescue someone? That's a good question, because I don't remember. I saw Big Hero 6 once, and then I played the Kingdom Hearts stage, and that was technically after the story. But wasn't he the reason why, like, his older brother died? Ursula is just a bad villain. Or not a bad villain, as that she's not a good one, but, like, there's no, like, she exists because she wants her voice. Like, that, yeah, that one's difficult. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts isn't a bad guy, like, she's just an antagonist. Like, she's just something that's in the way. So, like, that's also hard to, like, get behind. I'm not saying Gansu's responsible for this, but just doing your job or just following orders isn't always a great justification. That's true. Because that's what a lot of SS people did. Wanted revenge against the corporation that he thinks got his daughter killed. Oh, that's right! That was a much more Marvel villain. Which makes sense given that Stan Lee kind of co-created Big Hero 6. The only reason I really consider buying a Switch at this point is for Fire Emblem, Three Houses. I played Breath of the Wild. I don't care about Tears of the Kingdom. I stopped playing Pokemon, so I don't really have a want for any other games. It's good. I mean, that's hard to convince then. Because, like, if Fire Emblem is the only reason to buy a Switch for you, there's got to be, like, some kind of, like, secondary reason. The Pokemon Ditto game looks fun. When people were playing the videos side by side of this, like, new Pokemon game and Animal Crossing New Horizons, I was like, wow, they really just... Pokemon just made an Animal Crossing game. I mean, yes and no. He started a fire to steal Hiro's idea, thus cursed Takashi to die, and then kept making it everyone else's problem. Because the corporation was his main goal, revenge was very much on his mind more than anything. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like, and that's why it's part of what makes, like, a villain and antagonist that you can't really get behind is there has to be one fatal flaw. Otherwise, it's hard for you to root for the protagonist. And so the mark of a good villain is, especially if you're trying to do that gray area villain, you can create tragedy in that, like, you can say, like, oh, poor guy. But it doesn't, like, excuse his actions when he... Like, there has to be something that a villain does to make you not want to get behind them so that you can root for the main characters. Because otherwise, yeah, you're kind of fighting a losing battle and your movie starts losing the plot. I only got 2 bananas out of this. He didn't even know his daughter was alive. Well, and that's always like the, you know, the big tragic part of it, where it's just kind of like, oh, I did all of this just to find out that, like, my daughter was still alive. Alright, where's this other banana? So it's really, I mean, it's really hard to think of a Disney villain that you can really get behind, and that's kind of a good thing. The whole purpose of did I? Oh, I sure did, and I did not realize it. The whole purpose of, like, having a good antagonist is that there's something about them you can't get behind. Hero was also an antagonist in a way too. When you start talking about, like, the idea of protagonist and antagonist, it just depends on who the story is about. I think it was, like, Lethal Weapon 4? When I was a kid, I saw a poster for... I'm pretty sure it was Lethal Weapon 4. And the tagline for it was, get ready to root for the bad guy. And the fact of the matter is that, like, somebody is doing something that is morally unacceptable.
Uh-oh. You caught me.
Caught you doing what?
I got this ice cube.
Oh.
Ice maker
You got
outside.
an ice maker?
Pretty sure it's made of fruit juice. It's so sweet. Okay. Don't tell Grandma I had sugar before bed, okay?
Who's your grandmother?
Night.
Why do I care about your grandmother? Hero did some bad things, but by definition, he was the protagonist the entire time. Yeah, and it's like, the only difference between a protagonist and an antagonist is who is the story about. Because ultimately, the anything that gets in... Oh my god, I'm back here? I didn't even realize that. The antagonist is just the thing that's in your way. And the protagonist is just whoever the story is about. And that's how you start finding these, like, moral gray areas in terms of storytelling. What's good versus what's bad. Hello. You got a story to tell me, sir? Brah, look what we found. That's a banana, isn't it? But how can we reach it? Brah? Okay, I actually kind of think it's cute that the stone versions of all of these people don't really understand the usage of the word bra.
Should we teleport?
And the reason why I mentioned, like, Lethal Weapon 4 is, like, the only difference between what's good and what's bad is what you are personally thinking as, like, morally good or morally bad. And even then... Oops. I have to just do that. Okay. This is not technically what I wanted to do. Alright. Yep. Alright, I need to just, like... I'm gonna cheese this, chat. Alright, we're gonna teleport here, and I'm going to guess where I need to fall through. Without giving too much away about a story I'm writing, the main character becomes the villain because what he's doing is morally unacceptable, but it is, in his mind, a necessary evil. What I wanted to capture is how much of a slippery slope that justifying actions you know are bad. Play Castlevania Lords of Shadow. That's all I'll say. Or look up the story. Realistically, I actually really like Lords of Shadow 1 and 2. I think they're both very good Castlevania games. And I think they both tell a very good story. They're both very well acted. If you've ever heard of the show Once Upon a Time, the guy who plays Rumpelstiltskin plays the protagonist and does an excellent job in voice acting. But, like, it is very much just, like, the things that you're willing to do in order to get your job done. The only, like, protagonist does not mean good person. That's, like, the thing that you have to understand in order to understand literature. You can do something morally reprehensible in your story, but if you are the focus of the story, you are the protagonist. But that doesn't mean you're a good person. And that's when, like, people start getting mad about things when they watch movies or read books. I think there's, like, a disconnect because you understand that that is morally reprehensible, but you also don't understand that they're technically the protagonist. So, like, you think that because the protagonists are supposed to do the right thing, but if the story you're telling is not that, then there has to be some way. And that's, again, why, like, the Disney villains, it's hard to get behind any of them because there is something about their character that is morally reprehensible. And they are the antagonist. So like it doesn't matter what the protagonist has or does. Like somebody was talking about how like it doesn't make sense to have 101 dogs. Technically, it's not even what the original story was about. It's just what the Disney version is about. They just happen to have 101 dogs. So it doesn't make sense for them to own 101 puppies. That's wrong. There's a lot of things going on with that. Also, that mom dog's vagina is just like blown out to smithereens. But that's beside the point. There's an issue with the fact that like the antagonist is doing something morally reprehensible that you personally cannot get behind. So like Caboose earlier was talking about Beauty and the Beast. I can't believe I've been talking about this for like an hour. But in Beauty and the Beast, you could turn it around and say, well, Gaston's just trying to find somebody to love. And you could agree with that. But the reality of the situation is that he is fawning over somebody who he has no connection with. He doesn't really understand what she's about. He doesn't really care about that. He just knows that he looks good and is very handsome, and she is like the most beautiful girl in like this mid French town. Therefore, she has to be with him, and he'll do it by any means necessary, and that makes him a bad person. And the only reason why the Beast, a person who looks hideous, becomes more acceptable is because he is this like tormented soul. This poor provincial town, that's true. Um, who through the course of meeting Belle becomes a better person and learns his lesson and is able to be a better person, a more personable person, somebody who can love somebody for who they are, more than the sum of their parts. And Gaston, being this like clearly, obviously very beautiful person, becomes the antagonist because realistically he doesn't understand Belle as a person. So there's always something about like the Disney villain that makes them a villain that you can't get behind because you just don't agree with them in that way. So like I joked about Yzma. Yzma's like the closest person that I could be like, yeah, okay, I agree with her. But in reality, would she have run things better? We don't know. But the idea was that she was just tired of the protagonist being a selfish, ugly person on the inside. And so she was willing to do something morally reprehensible. If the movie had been about Yzma, then they would have done more to make her a more likable person. They just didn't because she was the antagonist, and because the protagonist had learning to do, he became a better character, somebody to get behind, somebody as to why like you're fine with being against Yzma, but ultimately like at face value, she was already running the kingdom, so she could have just continued doing that. Gaston thinks women shouldn't be smart and should just play their role. Exactly. Like, there has to be something about Gaston that makes him morally reprehensible, or something that's just, like, not likable. And the fact that people could see Gaston and be like, yeah, I get behind that, says a lot about society. I mean, from what we see, Yzma was running things just as poorly. You should have thought of that before you became peasants. Exactly. Like, there has to be something about her character that you, as the viewer, find a disagreement with, because otherwise, why are we going against them? Like, what's the point? If she's actually running the kingdom well, what's the problem? Right? Scar is like that to the nth degree, because when he takes over the kingdom, you can see how much worse it got. That's the difference between like Scar and Yzma, is that like Yzma, you never really get a chance to see what really happens to the kingdom. Like, yeah, she's in control for a little bit. Scar, you can see like it turns to shit. The sun's gone. Like, it's ultra cloudy for some reason just around the area of Pride Rock when Scar is in control, and then it's just gone when Simba takes back control. I'd marry Gaston. I'd love to be a trad wife, especially if I didn't have to think about things. That's a lot. Anyways, I should be heading off to sleep now. I'm tired and need to try and get some sleep. I've been up pretty late. All right, good night, Amehari. Don't let the bed bugs bite. We have to quickly go to break. I'm really sorry. I just talked about Disney villains for like an hour. But honestly, this is kind of like what I was talking about, right? Like, I want to be able to chat with chat. And I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are too. Look, if you're a subscriber, you're going to see some cool retro ads. If you're not a subscriber, you're going to see some regular ads. Look, I see like 2 or 3 people in chat that don't have a sub right now. You have like 9 seconds to give them a sub so they can see the good ads, the old ads. All right, we're going to be right back. We're going to see some commercials and then we'll be back with more DK, probably more Disney talk. Who knows? I'll be back in a minute. Wow, what a great commercial. 1%ers did not age well. No, I agree. Shoal, thank you for gifting a sub to Becky Star. That timing was funny. Yeah. Adam doesn't have a sub. Somebody gift Adam a sub. Somebody do it now. You got like 10 seconds. Actually, you have like an hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so long. I do appreciate being able to just chat about pretty much whatever. Don't think I don't. Just because I'm trying to get stuff done in a video game. We can play DK Bananza next week. We got Lego stream too on Sunday. So just remember that. So we'll definitely have some time to chat with chat. And then you can chat with me too. So I do really appreciate just being able to do that with y'all. Anyways, back to the game. What Lego set? So I a couple of months ago, I think it was, gosh, when was it? I think we were going to Boston and we flew. One of the last times I basically like flew that was not this UK trip. We went, I saw that they had like this Lego Horizon Adventures Lego set. And I thought like that might be a really good idea. Like just something fun to do as like a building stream. And we built like the first half of it. I think it took us like a couple hours to do that. And it was just like a fun excuse to... Why can't I climb? Thank you. It was just like a fun excuse to just do something while chatting. And we got about halfway through, and so the other half will essentially be done on Sunday. So we'll be doing that, be building that, be chatting with chat. And overall just having a good time. That'll be Sunday at noon Eastern. So if that's something you're into, you should check it out. Alright, anyway. I don't entirely recall what I'm doing up here because I got so like... Oh, right! Boy. Alright, I want to get into this cage here. Problem is, it's kind of hard to get a one-to-one reading. I just know that it's nearby where I would have fallen through. So, if... That's not even close. Where did I pop out from? So, I'm gonna try the stuff shop. What are you, a good streamer? No, not even close. I wish. But like, that's... Making more engaging streams has been my goal for the year. Meaning that, like, I want to be able to talk with y'all and create some kind of rapport. Make you want to come back for more streams. Alright, so the problem is that, like, I know... if this hole is where I'm coming out of, right? But it's not directly here. So, like, I'm guessing it's probably somewhere ballpark here-ish. I don't know, we're gonna find out. You know what? I did not anticipate that there would just be, you know, this. That does get in my way a little bit. Oh, hey! Oh, hey! More treasures. I didn't know they even had other flavors. I tried Baby Bell White Cheddar for the first time yesterday. I didn't even know Andrew's hooked on holes. Look. We're just normal men. We're just innocent men. Where the fuck am... What the hell? What am I doing here? Oh, wait. Hold on. Hello. What am I... What did I... Is this it? I did it! Chad, I did it! I knew where this was the whole time. I didn't have a single doubt in my mind. Okay, also, Logitech had their G-Play event yesterday, and they had 0 from the Holes movie on it. What the fuck? There's no way that wasn't intentional. I thought that was today, because I remember, like, I think Kelpsy is a Logitech partner, and I think she was talking about it. Alright, what's your fucking deal? Okay. Kelsey was also sponsored to co-stream it. Oh, it was a co-stream. Okay, that makes more sense. Cause I saw like a couple, so I follow like a bunch of different people on Instagram, and I think at least like 2 or 3 other streamers were talking about it. Was this where I was supposed to go this whole time to get that? That's weird. That's very, very weird. But when he came on, we were all like, oh my god, it's him from Holes. My autism chow has resulted in flavor fatigue for the first time in my life. What is your... Okay. This is not a term I'm aware of, but what is autism chow? Crumbly Bridge? Oh, hello. Ow. Oh. I can't power up right now. Alright, fine. Guess I'll do this the normal way. Alright, now I can power up. That's good to know. That's very important. Would you do me? I do me. Bonk. Give me that. Bachelor chow. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Bonk. I need more coins so I can get more bananas. Bonk. Bonk. Hard question to ask there. I'm not sure you want the answer. I just want to know in like a general sense. Is that too hard to ask? As someone who is like being told by their therapist that they're pretty sure I'm neurodivergent Sometimes I want to know these things. Alright, what's your... Why are you hiding? Is it like trail mix, but foods that are enjoyable to you? Oh, okay, fine. Alright, so do I just not have the opportunity to get... Okay, maybe I just have to go much further away. Bonk, bonk. Oh, hey, wait, hold on. Let me break some shit. What's in here? Give me that. Well, I remember it's basically an easy to make, agreeable meal for a person with autism. But I'm assuming it's different for everyone, right? Like, you just kind of like find a meal that is just like your favorite meal forever. Wait, hold on. Alright, here it is. Slumbering in the snow. As a heads up, you don't have to de-transform to switch Bananzas. I did realize that, but like my muscle memory tells me not to do that. So now I'm trying to wonder, like, what's my autism chow? Because it's probably McDonald's. Ooh, I see something over yonder. Alright, I'm still gunning for... Wherever the hell this thing is. Oh, there it is. Give me that barrel. I don't know if this is... Alright, that's cool. I don't know if this is part of the DLC, but I'm getting better at detecting, like, the things when I slap. Kaboing. Oh, there's something. There's something. Oh, now I lost... Okay, there it is. I think I lost the beat. Oh, I can't climb that. Alright, but I can climb this. Banana! Probably got to come up with something. For me, it was chicken enchiladas, but for the first time in my life, I'm kind of tired of eating it. I will always... Like, it doesn't matter if I like a food or not. Sometimes I will just completely lose interest in it, and that is why I typically don't... require is not the best word, but, like, I need variety. I can't always have the same foods every single day. And there are very few foods where I'm like, oh, I could eat that every day. I don't think there's a single thing in my life where if that was the only food I could eat every day that I'd be happy. I have to have, like, I have to cancel it out at some point. Oh, a banana. Okay. Give me that. Hello? What? Like, I was starting to wonder if it was just not normal. And, like, it was more normal to have a food that you could eat every day for the rest of your life, but I just don't. I don't have that. I wish I could have something like that, but I get bored of foods easily. Yeah, like, I just... At some point, I have to change it up. Otherwise, I just get... It nauseates me. And I just can't eat it anymore. That's why, like, I typically... No matter what it is, I try to have something different every single day. Oh yeah, I forgot that this was even an option. Hello. Hello? Hello? Oh. Ow. Yeah, how lucky I have another one of those. I definitely don't need Sody Pop. Where am I going again? Oh, yeah. I was supposed to go... What? Wow, I got really off track. Alright.
Should we teleport?
Every month for 27 days now. Seriously? Yeah, that's like, I can't do that. I have to have variety. Even if it's like the same food, I have to have it from a different place. It's like, I could probably eat a burger from Burger King and then, but then I like have to have it from McDonald's the next day or something like that. Like, I can't do the same foods every single day from the same place or from the same source. I did not even think to do this. I don't know why I never went down here. For some reason, in my lust of talking about Disney villains, I just completely forgot about this area. I've gotten used to zero sugar sodas, but I feel like that's different from eating them every day. Bruh, it's way too hot down here. Bruh, this keeps up. All of our frozen treats are gonna melt. Feels like a wild amount of heat is coming from the thing in the back. Bonk. See, aren't you better now that you're naked? I mean, it's better than drinking normal sodas every day. I mean, definitely to each their own. I don't typically drink diet anything because of the fake sugars. I remember technically being like worse for you than corn syrup or whatever it's called. Build me a barrel, baby. You're better now that you know. Look, words to live by. Ooh, wow. Challenge accepted would have been a funnier line if this game had come out like 15 years ago. Hello! What do you got? Want to help us out? Just clear a path to get to the ice, to get the ice from the ice maker into the big bowl. Alright, cool. I gotta check. I have to check my surrounding areas. Just in case. Pull! Okay. Ah, I see, I see. Ah, a secret bucket. Don't worry, I'll save you. Oh. I see. Thank you. Alright, now I guess I have to find the other ones. Alright, I might as well just... Alright, go. Just do your thing. A sneaky second serving. Alright, can I get anything? No. Not with one measly fucking skill point. Alright, How many? 3, of course. Because why would this be easy? The question is there like... Oh, wait. Okay, I was about to say, how much of this can I climb? Here we go. There it is. Over the slope. Those fake sugars are only worse for you if you take in more than the daily value for an extended period of time. For example, Coke Zero would only really mess you up if you were drinking 10 a day for months. I joke that I have a drinking problem and that I constantly need beverages. I don't think I could drink 10 Coke Zeros. I don't even think I could drink 5 Coke Zeros a day. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. Ice cold water is also very good. I got that ice cold water. Come on. Come on. There we go. I wonder what level you look like if you destroyed everything you could. I just don't have that kind of patience. I remember thinking about that during the tutorial area. But realizing how expansive these areas are, I don't have the patience to go full power wash simulator on these worlds. Also, hey, chat, what's going on? Why does Adam not have a sub? Alright, let's see what else is going on here. Gold! Real estate? That was not free real estate. It's a getaway. Do I need more? I'm fine. Oh, right. I should still sleep in it because she's probably got something to say. All right. Words of wisdom.
Okay, are you awake?
Hum.
It was cold before, so I wanted to go somewhere warm, but this spot is way too hot.
And then take the jacket off.
Is your fur all sweaty? We get out of here. We're gonna eat so many frozen treats. Good night.
Are we? Boink. Cool. Well, now that we're not dealing with ice. I'll keep that. Let's see. Kind of nothing. We'll keep the... Yes, we'll keep it. Anyway, isn't it weird that, she doesn't have shoes or socks? Who's the feet guy at Nintendo? Did they hire Joss Whedon? Oh, right. Do I need... Well, hold on. Let me do some exploring. Trying to stay cool, brah. There we go. Fixed ya. Fixed ya. See, there's so much havoc. Oh, fuck. That is an impasse. Oh, wait. Oh! Quentin Tedtendo? That's hard to say. No! Game, fuck you. Fuck you. You gotta be kidding me. I wasted an apple juice. Did you really just say, is it Joss Whedon? Yeah, that guy likes feet. Have you ever seen anything he's directed? Whoa. Alright, let's try this again. It's like a fucking instant death. I just saw like a whole bunch of things get activated. I've seen so many things he's involved in, but I never noticed the foot thing. Oh, then you weren't watching. That guy has a... This guy got a thing for feet. Alright, I just saw all... Oh, come on. There it is. Is that it? Queef Wellington was gifted a sub, but I see Adam still doesn't actually have a sub. Are you kidding me? Unquiet Adam is sitting here politely without a sub, but you give it to Queef. Well, it's a pretty good name, actually. That's just rude. That's fucking rude, chat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hoi! Hoi! Hello! Oh, what to do? We've lost 3 of our fragments. A puzzling predicament. If you bring back one of our fragments, we'll give you a banana. We'll give you another one for returning all 3. Yeah. I know you're shit. You're all here. Come on. Let's go. Get over here, you dick. Come on. Don't act like you're not anonymous stores. I didn't even punch the dude. I just like ran into him and all of a sudden... Freezer Fragmentone Recovery. Oh, what's up, bro? Oh, there's 2 of you? Are you kidding me? Why was this easier than bringing just the one home? Freezer, Fragmentone, Restoration. One more skill point. And still not really enough for kind of like anything. Or it's Latin Uberlurk. I don't actually know who the person is that keeps like doing these anonymous, but I appreciate you. That was not helpful. Where am I aiming? Holy shit. Alright, fine. We'll find another way to do this. No matter how hot we felt, we will never, ever melt. Oh, right. You have a body that I can take advantage of. That's what Gaston said. Look, I still see Unquiet Adam without a gift sub. That's just rude. God damn it. Hey-ya! Give me that. Give me that. There it is. Did I... Give me your head. Ooh, that was good. Alright, what's your deal? Oops, this is the back. Wait, DK said that? DK can actually say words? Alright, I'm gonna do this weirdly, but... almost. Hello, what did the direct spoil? I don't remember any significant reveals other than the DLC content. So I guess like chat's telling me that it probably didn't reveal that much, but in my... when I saw that initial reveal, Crasherum, I was like, that looked like a post-game cutscene, and it featured some things where I'm just kind of like, if that's the end of the game, then man, I'm upset. Interesting, the latest frozen treat, the Choco Melon Overload. Our Choco Bananas always sell out. I can't not get my Banandium Sweet Tooth on, you said, and we heard you. We took that same celebrated Choco coating, but smothered it all over an entire Banandium melon this time. Now you can stuff your face with bite after bite after bite and never stop. Be careful with this stuff, bro. Better not to end it. Exactly. Thank you. Especially since I'm still in the freezer layer. I haven't even thought about the final boss of this game. Okay, that's not how I expected that to go. I see. Okay. Alright, I was already in here, so I don't have to worry about that. I was already in there. Hey, brah. Brah, listen, I've got a hot scoop. There's a cave hidden under all the molten chocolate, and a banana is sitting in there. That hole is how you get in. Alright. But it's way, way too hot to get close, brah. Okay, I was about to say. Alright, well... come here, bubby. That's not how I expected that to go, but okay. Come here. Got a job to do. Very slowly making our way over. Oh, there we go! Ow, 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 ow. Unquiet Adam just subscribed. From an anonymous gift sub. Thank you, anonymous. Jeez. Moees. But we appreciate you either way. Enjoy your emotes. Look, if you're part of the, if you want to join the Discord, it's free, but you get special perks if you're a subscriber. So feel free to join the Discord. Right, do it now. Why even wait? Do it right this minute. Join the Discord. That way I don't have to worry about social media. You want to know what a pain in the ass Blue Sky? Look, I like Blue Sky. I still have to worry about whether or not people see my posts. Join it. Join it now so you don't have to, so I don't have to worry about whether or not you know when I'm streaming next. Or what I'm streaming. I have to go all the way back there, don't I? Alright, it's at least it's done because the map did reset. That's good. This doesn't work in lava, huh? I did not think so. Alright, so let's see if I can. That works. I have a Blue Sky setup to tell me when you post. What? Hell yeah. Though to be fair, you're also part of the Discord. You probably don't have to worry about doing that, but appreciate it either way. Alright, there we go. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Give me that. Hidden in Chalk Lava Cave. Meow. Alright, what's your deal? Yeah, give me that. But if I didn't, I wouldn't use Blue Sky at all, to be honest, because I forget that it exists. Look, if you're only looking at Blue Sky to see when I post, just go on the Discord. Or Instagram, really. I use that. Squealoid! Welcome to bonus stage! Okay, I did not expect that to be completely groundless retry, of course. Squealoid! Welcome to bonus stage. Okay, bye. If you post things as a Blue Sky, you don't post them in Discord like your travel pictures and your unprompted opinions about things. All of my travel stuff was actually, if you want to see like all of my travel stuff, that was definitely on Instagram as stories. I guess Discord is a little bit more permanent, but I appreciate it that you want to check Blue Sky for my posts. It's a feeling I've not had. But yeah, typically, like, I try to post more life stuff on Instagram, I guess. As stories, at least. And then more permanent posts, I tend to do, like, my collection. So, video game collections, very small, like, playthrough. I did it again, didn't I? Alright. Watch your step, bro. Why didn't I listen? Zebra. I don't use anything meta-related except for Messenger because of how I talk to my brother and his husband. No worries. Oh, no! Okay, that's fine. I think I missed something from that. Let me try that again. Went through Chocolava Cave? I sure did. Alright. I'm gonna go through that again. There we go. I was like, pretty sure I'm missing something here. Hello? I missed the days of caked up DK. That was like a whole several worlds ago. You missed the switch. It's not on the floating. Oh, God damn it. Alright. Bonk. Alright. We need to look for a switch then. Because that's how I'm going to get there. Okay. It's not this, is it? Oh, fuck me. Alright, fine. Well... Chat here, donking is Kong Tilly Bananzas. Didn't I use that for a stream name once? Wait. Is it this? Is it related to this? Hello. Ow. There's so much shit in here. Alright, well... Yeah. I don't think it was the name. What, huh? Oh yeah, no, I definitely used that as a... Yeah, one of those things I definitely did. Let's see, can I... There we go. Fuck's sake. Hiya! Fuck's sake. Hiya! Really? Ah, I see. I need specifically, like, hard rock. There we go. Is there anything else worth clapping? I guess not. Okay. Alright, where's this switch that I'm clearly missing? Back with a peanut butter sandwich and salami and pepper jack cheese and a slice of blue raspberry ice cream bread. That is so many different flavor profiles. That made my head spin. Like I say, it was going live message. She donkeys my con. Oh, okay. How do you remember that, actually? Oh, is it because of Twitch tracker or whatever? That's been like my best friend in order to figure out the dates of some of these streams. I was making weird peanut butter sandwiches. Clearly. Have you found a combination that you like? Okay, well, the switch was not here. Hello. Hey, look, a switch. Ta-da! Are we Gucci now? I have email notifications for Twitch on, so I just searched Laughingboy LP Donkey Kong. Oh! I'm glad you like the streams enough to have the email notifications on. You did it! Alright, I need... Alright, come on. More. Do more. There we go. Can I read that? Saga of Explorer Tone, verse 8. The sublayer is warmer than an icy ones we explored before. The heat down here makes for it a perfect environment for producing chocolate. They dip a sweet, soft banana into the molten chocolate, which is only possible in this area, and the result... Ugh. Thinking about it just caused a rumbling in our insides. And I'm just giving... Storms didn't have a sub? I don't know why I thought Storms was a subscriber. Thank you so much for gifting Storms that sub. Have fun with your emotes. Have fun with your special role in the Discord. We must take in more delicious meals on this journey. Paunch, paunch, paunch. I have it on so I can say I'm checking my email to sound productive, but really I'm just checking if someone's gone live. Alright. Hiya! I like most of them. Most of the time I just add one extra ingredient, like wasabi or sour cream or garlic. That is interesting. So is it peanut butter, jelly, and wasabi? Or is it peanut butter and wasabi? In Flaminite. Oh no, poor Babu. He got a little cold. Good thing the game told me how to do it. Hey-ya! There we go. I did. I did a really good job, too. Whoa, what's this guy? What is it? Who is this little critter? Okay. It is ridiculous to think that it takes like just a little bit of ice to get this guy to calm down. Oh, I see. You were supposed to use zebra for this. Okay. Fuck. I can't get up there. There we go. Oh! Oh, okay. I was about to say he reset. I thought I killed him. Ow! The problem is that he has no, like... Zebra form has no ability to fight. Oh, fuck. Come on, let's do it. There it is. Oh, Curtis, whomst you must murder. He just caught fire. Punch, punch, punch. The last peanut butter sandwich I added devil's spit pickles. When I make the weird ones, I never use jelly. I feel like jelly's necessary. Can't believe that was it. We did the entire freezer layer on this whole stream. Cotton candy pink fur. No, we're not doing that. There. Sold out. I have nothing I can use my one zinger. Alright, well. Fuck it. Going to the sinkhole. Peanut butter and pepperoni is a pretty good sandwich. Really? And we even got sidetracked. You're right. Talk about Disney for an hour. I'm totally fine with that. I'm A-okay with chatting with chat. I like being able to do that. Like I said, when I was like looking up like some old stream stuff, I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I haven't just been like chatting with chat for a while. Like I focused like so much on just doing the streams that I didn't really think about like making the streams more engaging. So I'm glad I was able to do that today. I guess this is realistic in that I think the forest layer was technically lower. Devil Spit is a brand super spicy barbecue sauce, and for the pickles, they made them as hot as that sauce. I wonder if there's... I mean, there's definitely like a spicy jam, right? Like, you could probably do something like that. You're gonna need a lot of things if you put pepperoni on it. The Junction. As long as you have fun streaming. I mean, like I said, my goal this year was to make the streams more engaging. AKA just like making it so that chat or like we build a better rapport, because I think that's ultimately part of what makes people want to come back to watch the streams. It's not simply just the idea of like, oh, okay, well, okay. Rotate L and press ZR to hurl a chunk back and smash through most terrain. Okay. Can I do that now? Clearly not. You know, it's one thing for me to just like talk through a game, but it's more fun if people like send me memes, or I can just kind of just like talk through topics with y'all, and just I think that that's like it's one way to separate myself from just any other streamer, I guess. I don't want to like say bad things about other streamers. I'm not trying to say that, but like, again, give people a reason to want to come back. I can't throw anything because you are so... Oh my god. Alright. God, there's so much stuff here too. Ow! Fuck. Same with Wilbur's Revenge. You have to ask for it? Oh, interesting. I've never heard of this before. Hello. There we go. There we go. Look, we're all Gucci. We're free! It's fine. Persevere. Brandon's Famous Daves. Oh, I know Famous Daves. Okay. I've never heard of this pickle, though. That is an unfamiliar pickle. Watch your step. Clear the way to Clash Point. And I got another skill point. Alright. I wanted to do that right before we finished up here. Let's read this. Let me hit snooze. Saga of the Sports Zone, verse 13. The clouds stretching into the distance are a sobering sight. We can see a giant hole ahead as though someone shaved a chunk out of the sea of clouds. We've come to this next sinkhole. It is quite large. When we jump into it, we will pretend that we're flying through the sky. Okay. It's been too long since our last chat. Good. Okay. We need to make a home here. That's going to be our checkpoint. I really don't feel like there needs to be one here, but that's fine. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Let's get a refill on our health. I think we're going to call that a night. Part of why I don't watch Steven and Mal streams is because I can't keep up with chat and it gives me anxiety. I've heard that a lot. Those fractones I got trapped in the Unbreakable Void stuff. Not able to move, not able to sing.
Poor things. I can't stop thinking about them. Whenever we find a fractome trap like that, we have to set it free. Okay? Good night.
Good night. I get food poisoning from Dave's BBQ, so I've never had anything from there again. I just haven't had Famous Dave's in, like, forever. That's all. Alright, let me just unlock this, and then... I can do this off stream. he said, knowing full well he probably won't do it off stream because he's been playing Mega Man Zero the whole time. But I'm almost done with that, so maybe I'll finish that after. All right. I need to go to Famous Dave's again. Let's head back here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Just as a reminder, we've got a whole other like 2 streams coming up for the rest of the week. I don't get that way personally, but I can totally see it. It's part of why I don't enjoy like the massive streams as much. I mean, I do want to create a stream that like I want to be able to grow as a streamer and entertain as many people as possible. I do. Fair warning, don't go into the end of the bridge off stream. No, I'm basically just going to go back to the forest and freezer layer and just get whatever I can, and then visit any previous layers to see if the zebra stuff unlocks anything. But I don't plan on moving any more forward until next stream. So that'll be next Thursday, I think. Oh no, it'll be probably next Wednesday or Friday, because the next podcast episode is going to be on Thursday. It won't be on Wednesday. Anyway, I'll talk about that more throughout the week. In fact, I'll probably have an announcement for it tomorrow. I didn't want to say smaller streams because to me that means I don't watch. I mean, it's tough, right? Because like I want to be able to grow as a streamer, get more people chatting, more people hanging out with us. But I also don't want to like lose the people that wanted to be here in the first place. But there's also a part of me that hopes that like, it sounds shitty, but like for lack of a better term, to like get over it. But it's, maybe I just need to find other avenues so that, and part of it is the Discord, right? Like, I think if we got so big that people were less likely to chat in chat, then I might bring back the concept of having a stream chat in the Discord so that you have another avenue for which to like be a part of the streams while we're streaming. And that way you're not as like, you don't have to witness like Twitch chat if it ever got that. It's never even got close to that big. But if it ever did, then I want to have like some other avenue for people to want to like interact with the streams during it without feeling nervous or anxiety because chat's like popping, you know, that's all. That's something I see a few channels doing. It works pretty well. I think I built that and then I dismantled it because we're not really there yet. So there's no sense in doing it now, but maybe later. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna use my last snooze right now. We have 2 more streams for the rest of the week. We've got a stream on Saturday that's gonna be Couching with the Boys. If you're not familiar with that, if you're new here or haven't been here in a while, every Saturday I bring my friends Filthy Pizza and Caboose. We hang out on the couch. You may have seen Caboose as he's one of our mods in chat, but he also hangs out with us every Saturday. We play games that we haven't played before. So Caboose is going through Tony Hawk's Underground for the PS2. Filthy Pizza is going through Maximo for the PS2. And then I'm going to be playing Gargoyles for the Sega Genesis. Because I just wanted a break after all that Spyro that we've been playing for like months. I think I started in like March or February. So I've been playing Spyro 3 for a long time. I'm glad to just kind of like play something smaller. And then on Sunday at noon Eastern, I'm going to be building some Legos. We have a Lego Horizon Adventures set, so I'm going to be building the last half of that on Sunday at noon. There'll be more opportunities for us to just chat. And if you have any like other interesting conversation topics, feel free to bring those up during the Sunday stream. Or Saturday, I don't care. Do it when you feel like it. But we're going to have a lot of one-on-one on Sunday since I'm just going to be building Legos. So, but you guys earned that, so we're going to do that. If you haven't followed the streams yet, I would really appreciate it if you did. We still have some goals to clear through. If you are not a follower, we are trying to get to 20 this month before the end of the month. If we do that, then myself, Filthy Pizza, Caboose, and my wife, Lazy Regenesis, we're all going to sit here on this couch, and we're going to play another edition of Gauntlet Dark Legacy for the PS2. And that is a 4-player co-op arcade style game, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of screaming, a lot of team building, so hopefully you guys can I'm looking forward to hopefully getting more raids, and then hopefully we'll get more new blood from that. Be sure to ask everyone's thoughts on how climate change is affecting the local marine ecosystem. Yeah, bringing back Lilo and Stitch. Does it help if I unfollow and refollow? It probably does, weirdly enough, but please don't. September 30th. Yeah, I forgot that September is a non-31 day month. I keep forgetting that. And then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stop worrying about it. Stop bringing it up. Shut up. You're fine. So we still have to try to get to, I think it's like 19 more followers. So if you're catching the stream for the first time and you're enjoying the vibes, then a follow helps me out greatly. So it, you know, be really good. And that's pretty much it. Again, please feel free, if you haven't yet joined the Discord. Why is everyone submitting that as a raid message? I only need one! Be sure to check out the YouTube channel, because I'm going to have a new podcast episode next week. I'm going to announce who our podcast guest is going to be tomorrow, and you'll have the ability to ask any questions at that time, and then we'll do a Q&A session at the start of the podcast like we always do, and your questions will be asked there. Let's see. I need to see who is going to be raidable, who is still streaming. And then, again, if you haven't yet done so, all of our VODs are going to be added to the VODs channel. So please go and follow that. Subscribe to that channel as well, because all of our VODs are going to be there, even current VODs. I'm only going to be saving very specific highlights here from now on. So if you want to see, if you missed out on anything, you want to catch up on anything, you got to go to that YouTube channel, subscribe there. Let's see, who is streaming right now? And what's our raid message gonna be? Let's see. I thought Josh was streaming, he's just a 24/7 channel. You know, we haven't rated Bit Nerd Games in a while, so they are playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I don't know how far they are. I can't tell if they're just starting or if they're at like the very end of the game. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, hello VOD watchers. Well, hello YouTube. So we'll go ahead and raid Bit Nerd Games. Our raid message, we have, boy, I gotta get through these fast. Bucket of followers. Have I bought any clothes? She was kidnapped, and that's fine. Banana Bonkatonk, it's just crotch. I'm bad with money. You're better now that you're naked. Secret Bucket, who's the feet guy at Nintendo? I can take advantage of your body. September 30th, September 30th, September 30th. I'm gonna go with she was kidnapped, and that's fine, because that's actually relevant to the game. And I don't have to worry about September 30th. So that's going to be our raid message. Our raid message tonight is she was kidnapped, and that's fine. Our raid target is going to be Bit Nerd Games. Be sure to say... Coward, shut up. Be sure to say hello. If you got a raid and run, I'm going to raid and run, so don't feel bad about it. But at least say hello and give some good vibes. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Be sure to brush your teeth, comb your hair, make your bed, call your mom unless you hate your mom, call someone else, just don't call me now. See you guys very soon. Good night, everybody.